me see if this shit working. Let me see if this shit working or not. Hell no. Oh, it is working. Alright, then shit. What Christian Hernandez? Hey, so since you the only one in this bitch, let me ask you, bro. You know about the civil rules of procedure in discovery, admission, request for admission, request for this production. You know about all of that shit or what? Um, I'm here. Hey, Miss Perfect, do you know about adversary system, rules of procedure, and evidence, discovery, request for admission, request for production? Do you know about all of that? Please, somebody let me know if you know. Let me pull this over here, bro. I'm gonna pull this over here. Hell no, that's what I'm here for. Barely starting reading over all of that though. So alright. Hey, don't look at me as no teacher, bro. I ain't trying to teach shit, but I'm trying to learn this shit. But alright, bro. Look, I made this little thing. Bro. It's some good shit of what I understand so far, like with this court process, bro. And I might have to rebuild my whole case, cause I don't know. Definitely can't rush this shit. And I don't know if it's 2 months, if it's 60 days that you got until your like case expire, like before you gotta take it to court or your shit gonna expire. But if I can't learn it within this month, bro, I done ran through January. I built my case like through December. January, I ain't do it. I don't know what the fuck I was doing January. I was just learning more, but I ain't even know, bro. I need to understand the fucking whole civil rule of procedure process and civil rule of, I don't know if that's called the adversary system, the rules of procedure and the rules of evidence. I don't know if that is the adversary system, but bruh, see this video right here, this shit don't help me. This nigga right here. So shout out David. Shout out David Jaroskowski. Jaroskowski. Is you referring to the adverse action letter? No, not. Well, I'm referring to my whole case expiring. You know, I wonder how long they'll be. How long will, like, the judge or how long the court say about, oh, like if I built this case 2 years ago, they gonna be like, nigga, this shit old as fuck. So no, nigga, this shit is invalid. It's voided. So, but I built this shit in December. So, you know, I think I read something that said something about 60 days it expire, but I don't know if it's show. I don't know if it's show. I do feel like we overthink sometimes. Yeah, I definitely was overthinking because all of these rules, bruh. All of these rules. Look at all of these motherfucking rules. Oh, hold up, hold up. I'm on the wrong computer. Look at all of these rules, bruh. Look at all of these fucking rules. But I done got through this. Cause this shit small as fuck. Look at this last rule, bro. It's literally just this one paragraph. But I'm still trying to get through this shit by like skimming across what I don't need to read. But I guess I'm gonna. This is the evidence. I know for sure that the evidence, federal rules of evidence, is important. This is the federal rules, and I need to learn the state rules also. And same for the procedure, state procedure, rules of procedure, and the federal rules of procedure. So I gotta learn both of those shit. I know there's no statute of limitation on fraud. Ooh. Hey, if there's no statute, no limitations on fraud, then motherfucker, we in. And have you already started with the filings? What you mean the filings? Like filing it inside of the court? No, I didn't file nothing to the court. I only built everything. I built my whole case. Yeah, usually it's about 60 to 90 days, but you might want to ask to make sure, fam, it never hurts. Alright, let me ask on this motherfucking. Let's ask Cortana real quick. Is the I built my case completely, but I want to take it to court, but I didn't take it. The statute of limitations for security fraud cases can vary depending on the jurisdiction and the specific circumstance of the case. In the United States, securities fraud cases may be subject to both federal and state statutes of limitations. At the federal level, security fraud claims is often brought under Section of the Securities Act of 1994 and Rule 10b-5 promulgated by the Securities and Exchange Commission. The general statute of limitations for security fraud claims under section is typically 5 years. Hey, from the alleged violation to 2 years on the date. Bitch, we in, bruh. Bitch, we in. I ain't even gotta rush this shit, but I'm still trying to hurry up, cause bitch, I need my credit card endorsed so I can make my move, bitch. But I think I gotta watch how I'm cussing on this live too. However, there are some important considerations and expectations to be aware of. The statute of limitations may be told pause under certain circumstances, such as when a defendant conceals the fraud or when the plaintiff is under a disability. Some jurisdictions may have this and whatever. I do feel like we overthink. I know there's no such thing. Yeah, usually it's about 6 right. I have stuff saved in my notes regarding the filing of a federal claim. Can shoot. Yes, please. If that ain't what this thing just shot me. Let me read it from SEC or from this act. And Rule 10. Let me copy and paste this. I need to read it with my own eyes. Bro, I hope Man, I want to see how I can get people to join this bitch, man. Where the fuck it say 5 years? I don't even see that. Hold up, bro. I'm gonna go to what I was doing. I just wanted to see this real quick, cause I actually been kind of excited to share this shit, bro. And then I ain't no teacher. I ain't no teacher, but I've been excited to share this little visual thing I drew up. It's this little visual thing I drew up about this court shit. Yo, pull up the USC codes and look at landlord and tenant relationship. For what? For what, Marcus? I ain't damn. Probably a lot of y'all is doing landlord and tenant, bro. I'm doing a credit card. Hold up. Let me go to this thing first, bro. She said this is under Securities Act. I want to send what I have while you on the live. Yeah, send it. Please, please, please. Hello, Jukester, Pozart. This the section that speaks about leasing and security deposits. Hey, bro, we trying to learn about this court process, bro. That's what I want to. I mean, I don't want to make it seem like I'm trying to like teach people about this shit, but just what I'm learning right now is just this court process right now, and yeah, I do want to share this little part, bro, and I just want to read this shit. But I want to share about this court shit. Hold up. I just need to see this shit right quick. Hold up. Rule 10B is a regulation under the. Okay, let me copy and paste this. It is illegal for any person to defraud. Bro, just show me the thing, bro. Where the fuck do it say years? Okay. There's two time frames applicable to Rule 10B claim, both of which the plaintiff must satisfy. First, the plaintiff must file the claim within 2 years of having discovered the facts that constitute the alleged violation. Second, the plaintiff must file the claim no more than 5 years after the violation occurred. Alright, got that secured. Alright, let me go to. Alright, so bruh. So this is important for all of us. Dude, Marcus, this is not. Yeah, I'm in Georgia. Marcus, bruh. This is. I don't think we got a challenge jurisdiction if we ain't trying to challenge this is not like tickets or no shit. This is not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is suing like for a credit card. So this is in jurisdiction. I don't know exactly how to say it. And I need to figure out which jurisdiction this is. Like, I don't know. I gotta learn about that. But bro, this is important for everybody for sure, for sure. So these rules of procedure. Let me go to this thing. I want to show this right here. Hold up. I'm gonna take pictures of it and make it pop up on this screen, bro. Y'all gonna be like, what the fuck? I'm sorry. It look a little shitty because I actually ran across it with my chair. Hold up. It's airdropping. Start with small claims court and work your way up. You keep missing me, requesting your email or phone number. My email is, this is my email. I'm finna type it through my other account. My IG is Showday. Phone number 470. Alright, so look, bro. Look. This some real gangster shit now. This some real gangster shit now. So look, bro. Do a live call. Call me then. Look, bruh. So look, okay, look. You can request a form to file free. Tell them you can't pay the 400. Yeah, I'ma waive that shit. So look, bruh. What I learned from how this whole thing is supposed to go is like, it's like a fight. Of course, this is a fight, and I forgot that word. It's a word, bruh. Like this shit is war. Like learning all of this shit is basically war, but not to get all deep into it or sound too deep. Make this shit simple. Bruh, the first punch. It's like we telling the judge. It ain't no fight we trying to hide to the judge, and it is a fight we bringing to the judge. And the first fight is boom. This is the first punch. This is a fist that I drew. And the first punch is like pleading complaint. Well, actually, no. Before we even start the fight, I put the number in the thing in the comments. Before we even start the fight, bruh, it's like, okay, we getting ready for this fight, and that's what we learning, I guess, the adversary system, in which it would be, okay, we preparing for this fight, and it's the rules of procedure that we study and the rule of evidence. So those is our two, I don't know what the fuck, how I can explain that, but that's what we got. Yeah, that's what, okay, I guess, I don't want to say swords for the fight, but those is some, I don't know, that's preparation, or that's to start the fight, bro. We can't start this fight off without having our rules of evidence and the rules of procedure. And I gotta figure out if that is called the adversary system. Cause this is what he was saying right here. Or this is what he got labeled. See how he got that label right there? Adversary system, rules of procedure, rules of evidence. But I looked in ChatGPT and I was like, what is the elements of adversary system? And it had told me this, like adversarial nature, presumption of innocence. I'm like, what the fuck? And so that's when I asked, bro, what about the rules of evidence and rules of procedures? He was like, the rules of procedure and rules of evidence is two key components of legal proceedings that govern how cases is conducted and how evidence is presented in court. Here's a breakdown of each. Okay, yeah. But I'm like, bro, why didn't you say nothing about the adversary system? Why did all of this that you told me about the adversary system, why did it not say nothing about the rules of evidence or rules of procedure? So I'm like just kind of confused, and I just want to be really sure, like, is the adversary system like the two legs that it stand on? Is it the rules of procedure, rules of evidence? Is those the two elements of the adversary system? Bruh, I typed in three numbers, dude. 4Samo 629 4860. Oh, my bad. That's Miss Perfect. I didn't mean to call you a dude. I don't see the number I really want to call, bruh. Bruh, the number is right there. Samo 629 4860. Did dude alright with me? This dude alright with me for real. Cause they lie. Who lie? No, I ain't talking about the claim. I'm talking about the adversary system. I built my claim already. Oh, you said the claim. No, I didn't build my claim. My bad. I built my case. I gotta do the claim. Hey, call my phone. Call my phone if you know this. Miss Perfect, holla at me. 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 Y'all got Discord, goddamn. So it could be multiple people in this bit. But bruh, say it slow so we can type up fast. Marcus, if you scroll up in these comments, my account Quantitan, I typed in the number. I'm about to type it again for you. Bro, in case that shit invisible. I just don't know if YouTube gonna delete the number. That's why I didn't type it all in one. That's my other account. Yes. How to file a federal claim. Okay, yeah, this is a lot. This is good. Thank you. Alright. So is anything about the adversary system in here? No, the number on this end. I don't understand. Alright, let me type it from my other thing, bro. Or look, just look at the screen, bro. I'm typing it right here. I'm typing it right there. It's on the screen, bro. Alright, so before I dive into this, because I'm just trying to see where I'm at. I don't want to just, I gotta exactly see which part I'm learning. No, that I not that I know of. This is actually my first time really hearing about the adversary system. I thought you was referring to adverse action. No. I know about the adverse action, like that's the proof that we get in, like the proof of denial to, that's us first planting that evidence, like Master say, but let me just play this video. Yo,
what it do, bro?
chill.
Shout out to you, bro. You be posting that shit. You be on top of shit. Stay on top of shit.
Man, I ain't on top of shit without remedy, but we getting We
Man,
getting
see,
there.
that's what I've been commenting on your pages like for the last couple of pages. You feel me? Everything comes down to the jurisdiction, low key. But see, in this sense, where you said you going for what the credit card on the case, you trying to initiate the case.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you gotta file a complaint first. And what we lost in the comment section. What is it that you getting at with the civil rules of procedure?
I'm just trying to take over my, shit. I can't. I'm coming back from crossing seas, so I'm taking care of my shit like how it's supposed to. I'm just telling them, cause I mean, at first it was just them telling me, no, this coupon is not a check. We don't take coupons. So at first I was just trying to like bring it to court about, oh, they not letting me tender this. I tendered this payment, but they ain't setting off the debt type shit. But I realized, it's even better for me to just come on some shit like, okay, security fraud, and I'm
Nah. See, this is the hustle right here. Everybody must know. Okay, your bills is getting sent back to you in a positive because they're using your security collateral to change to trade on the New York Stock Exchange. You feel me? Let's say I use your property to go gamble, and when I gamble, I win. If I win, are you entitled to a portion of the profits because I used your application?
yeah,
Okay, this is why the bill getting sent to you. So what you supposed to do, or we supposed to do, as far as my knowledge goes, we're supposed to take the bottom of the bill, fill it out as the money order, send it back to the payment center. But what you also supposed to do, are you familiar with a POA? Do you know what a POA is?
yeah. I gave him my power of attorney.
Okay, so you supposed to put the contract, which is a copy of your last bill or whatever. You put a copy of the contract that shows that the contract do exist. Then you put a copy of your notarized power of attorney in, and then we're supposed to send our first letter all together. So those three documents all together go to the CFO when the bill go to the payment center.
Yeah, that's what I did. I built my whole case already.
So you already got the admin process done and everything?
Yeah, the whole case. I know about the whole administrative process. What I messed up on now is me not realizing. Oh snap! This is a whole nother process of me having to learn, rules of procedure and rules of evidence. So I'm just trying to get the whole grasp of exactly what each rule that I need to learn.
I can send you the federal rules of procedure. They all the same for every court.
Okay, yeah. Let me get
If you
that.
send me an email, bro, there's so much shit that's already out here, bro, and everybody just gotta stop being scared of sharing knowledge. You feel me?
Yeah,
Everybody gatekeeping this shit.
yeah.
I'm sending this shit to you on live. If you post your email, what's your email?
Let me. It's HWHUW. Hold on, you still see the screen?
Hold on. I got my phone and my tablet. Hold on.
Miss Perfect. Now, yeah, they responded, but I wasn't caring about their response, cause they gave me the response I was expecting. So I'm trying to go to court from the jump. When I first did it, I was ready to go to court. So
Right. Nah, it's all about what's the email? I'm looking for the email. You can type it in. I'm looking at it.
you see it in a section right there in the chat
Yeah,
GPT.
yeah. I'm looking at you. Let me type it.
Yeah, that's it. What is it there
That way
already?
you can pull it up on the people real quick. You feel me?
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Because the federal rules of procedure apply for all courts. All you doing is just following the procedure. But see, when people start learning procedure, then you will start learning how they fuck us up on everything else. Because it's a way that they have to do shit. Like when people don't realize, like especially like with traffic tickets and small shit like that, it's about who bringing you to court.
Yeah.
You feel me? And even in this situation, really, I should have sent you. It should be on your Gmail. But the federal rules of procedure, they go how they go. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to put your case together. You already get the case together, but there's a thing called informal apocalypse. That's the name of it. But you're basically filing indignant, meaning, sir, I'm too poor or I don't want to pay court filing fees to file this federal case until the end of litigation. So you can get the opposition, the credit card company, to have to pay the court fees, and you be able to file your whole federal case for free.
Okay.
It goes on top of your silver cover sheet. It goes on top of your filing your complaint case. See what I'm saying? This is the latest updated version of it.
Okay.
It's straight from the federal website.
So which one of these rules? I know that's me trying to escape. I know it's all of the rules I gotta learn, but
brother, this what coming in smoking a bunch of blunts and getting high and reading all day come from. Like, it's going to tell you basically everything how it's supposed to be done in order. When you get a summons, how you supposed to get a waiver for the summons. Like, say if you file a court case or you file a complaint on somebody, now they got to get the served, like the B2K movie, get served, right?
Yeah.
But most people don't know that, okay, once you serve them, that the person who's being served has to respond with a waiver of the summons. And as you go through the document, you will read it, it'll say it right there. But they're supposed to sign a waiver claiming, hey, however, I'm making you get served. Say if I took you to court, right, and I filed a complaint on you, the people got to come serve you the court papers. It's going to tell you who served you, why you going to court, and what court you getting called into. Now, you have a waiver that you got to fill out and send to me back in probably 30 to 60 days. And if you don't fill that waiver out, then whoever I sent to serve you, whether it was the police officer, whether it was a regular person, now you have to pay that cost of that filing fee because you did not waive the summons charge.
Yeah.
Just reading the whole procedure, bro, is going to really tighten the man up. You know what I'm saying? Tighten the man or woman up, because these are the things that people is really like not understanding. Like, all you have to do is be able to stand on principle when you come to court. If you already got your admin process and you done already found the laws that go to your case, because they cannot not respond to you. Like, even if you sent them the whole admin process, they were still supposed to send you a letter of notice of dishonor. You feel what I'm saying? Saying, hey, we not accepting your shit.
Yeah, I got that. I got that for proof. I'm gonna bring that up though.
That's an adverse action. I heard you say that. Bro, I'm finna send you this too. It look like I'm gonna have to goddamn just go on and empty out the box. Do you have a law dictionary, bro?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know that an adverse action is whatever an adverse action is. Now, that was the real reason why I called you, because I was trying to show you within the Equal Credit Opportunity Act how every adverse action doesn't even matter. They're denying us for shit that they can't even deny us for. And I got the proof on that.
Yeah. Alright, let me pull this up. What she sent me. Case of action. A cause of action is a set of predefined factual elements that allow for a legal remedy. Alright, let me go to those notes so I can. I mean, I got the rules and everything. I'm just trying to skim through this shit. But I mean, I know I gotta go through them. I gotta go through them.
Look, this is gonna be my last one, and I'm gonna get off on you.
Alright.
Go to your email real quick to what I just sent you. I'm finna show you how basically all of that shit don't even matter, Joe.
Okay. Lending equal credit opportunity.
Because what people not understanding, whenever they tell us that we deny for whatever you're applying for, they're violating the Equal Credit Opportunity Act, because they're not giving you an equal credit opportunity. But what people not reading in the act is the part of the act that states that the adverse action in a credit system is insufficient.
You already have the civil cover sheet? Yeah, I got my civil cover sheet from the court.
Scroll down to where it says statements of adverse action.
You say scroll down to where it say what?
Statements of adverse action. Hold on. It's gonna be under my bad statement of specific reasons. Just scroll down. It's gonna be on the left hand side.
Hey, wait, you got remedy, bruh? Somebody in the comments say you got remedy?
Yeah, we got remedy.
Ooh.
I'm gonna be one totally wholly truthful with you. I'm just talking in existence right now. I'm in the same mental process with you, but I'm not gonna say I don't got remedy, even though I don't got it. But we got it because this shit coming and clicking.
Yeah.
But
So
I'm not just talking. I'm showing proof.
yeah.
Scroll back up. It's a statement. Because you have to understand, bro, everybody's just showing different private remedies, right? But I'm not talking about a process or a private remedy. In fact, I'm just talking about the source material.
What the hell
So
is this?
there's ultimately 14 ways to discharge the debt. Which one of those 14 ways would you like to discharge or explore it? That's on you. But all I'm saying is, if we don't understand what the game is, it don't matter which way that you discharge the debt. There's a lot of ways you can discharge it. Some people do the stamp, endorse, and send. Some people capture their credits. Some people tell them to allocate the principal's balance back to the principal's account. It's all on you. Scroll up. My bad. I think you're almost past it.
Damn, yeah, let me know where I'm at. Is this any of it?
I'm looking for statements for specific reasons.
Statement
of specific reasons, yep.
Statement
102.9B.
Alright, there you go right there.
Right there. Okay, scroll up just a little bit. It's on the left.
Well, over here or down?
No, it'll be on the left side.
Yeah, is it on the screen?
Boom, right there. Right there it is now. Right there, you see where it got it highlighted? Read that one sentence right there, bro. The one that start off with statements from period to period. No, go back.
Oh no, that's in the past. That's in the past. It's the live kind of late, so I guess.
No, look, read that where you got statements highlighted. Read that one sentence. I'm trying to show people on how they would disprove a whole paragraph with a sentence.
The statement of reasons for adverse action required must be specific and indicate the principal reasons for the adverse action.
Okay, stop. Now I'm telling people, the adverse action is the letter they send you when they deny you. Remember, they'll tell you your debt to income ratio is too high, whatever your credit load is too high or too low. That's the adverse action. Continue.
A statement that the adverse action was based on the creditor's internal standards or policies, or that the joint applicant, or similar party failed to achieve a qualifying score on the creditor's credit scoring system is insufficient.
Boom, stop right there. So what they just said was the statements that the adverse action was based on, because remember, the adverse action is the denial letter, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then they're saying was based on the creditor's internal standards or policies. That's the company. Or that the applicant, joint applicant, or similar party failed to achieve a qualifying score on the creditor scoring system are insufficient. They're basically letting you know right there that their standard or policy of scoring you and determining your credit worthiness is insufficient.
Okay, yeah. I mean, and I already knew that the adverse action, that was bullshit from them or nothing, anything they denied me for. I already knew, like, of course they gonna lie to us, or they gonna tell us, nothing that they say is relevant because they not telling us the truth. So I already knew. Only thing I needed was...
This is concrete proof. And you in court, they're going to ask you, what is you basing your general knowledge off of? What law prohibits from them doing what they're doing? This is the Equal Credit Opportunity Act. It just states that the adverse action is insufficient. So tell me on what basis, other than those reasons they're giving you in the adverse action, they deny you your credit.
What you say? What's the question?
Listen, brother. Okay, they're denying all of us for credit, right?
Yeah.
And they say, hey, your debt to income ratio is too high. Oh, you don't have enough credit on your credit portfolio. Oh, your credit is too low. Whatever you got denied for, they're putting that in the letter, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the statement that they're sending you. But you just read how it says the creditor's scoring system is insufficient, or the standards or the policy of the attorney creditor.
Okay.
So if you was to say, sir, you're violating the Equal Credit Opportunity Act by these denials, that's an act that they have to oblige by. They have to be truthful and limited and give you an equal credit opportunity.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to put out there for us people, bro.
Okay, so let me ask you about
Okay.
so what about this okay, what is adversary system? Is that the rules of procedure and rules of evidence? What is exactly is the adversary system?
See, we shouldn't really be caring about an adversary system anyway, other than this adversary system. See, an adverse action, brother, is literally anything you do in response to an action. An adverse action isn't always bad. You get what I'm saying? It's just an adverse action.
So you saying an adversary system is an adverse action?
Adversary system is a system that is basically consisting of several adverse actions. So I don't know where somebody would fall in the adversary system, but that doesn't have to deal with anything that I do. You see what I'm saying? Or you do. The adversary system, in which way are you asking does it apply?
Like
What does the okay.
look at on the screen. It's gonna be a little late for it pop up, but because I was learning about the civil procedure and adversary system. Under adversary system, he got rules of procedure, rules of evidence. So I was just trying to see, like, just confirm. Okay, is adversary system exactly is the elements of adversary system the rules of procedure and the rules of evidence? Is that because ChatGPT told me different. It was just it said something about a whole bunch of other stuff, and it mentioned nothing about rules of procedure and rules of evidence. So I just wanted to be sure on if adversary system was both the rules of procedure and rules of evidence, because this is what I'm trying to learn a procedure before I go to court. So this is the thing that I'm trying to learn. Yes, before I go to court, the procedure and the evidence, both the rules for both of those. I know the
I'm
venue and jurisdiction. I gotta be right. You know.
That's only if you being attacked. See, it's a difference when you trying to defend yourself to execute something like you're doing now.
You say what?
Oh, my bad. I guess I'm seeing your camera talk late. My bad.
Hell yeah, it's
But
late as hell.
the adversary system, like you got right there, that's just saying that the adversary system consists of the rules of procedure and the rules of evidence. But the rules of procedure and the rules of evidence are going to be the same almost for every court until they do something to you and you do something to them.
Huh? What you mean? What you mean? It's gonna be the what? How it's gonna change until something happens?
Because let's say if all right, this is what attorneys are. Attorneys, not lawyers. There's a difference between attorneys and lawyers. Attorneys can only represent dead corporations. So when people go to school to be an attorney, they only learn about procedure. Meaning, if you rebut this, if I say this statement, you rebut this statement. If you do X, I do Y. If
Yeah,
you submit this evidence, I'll counter offer like this.
yeah. And
Oh,
us being the plaintiff, they first move would be they affirmative defense, right? That's the first thing.
nah, see what's going on is when you go to court, if you already done sent your payment off, already sent your notice of acceptance, already gave them an opportunity to cure, and they already sent the default judgment, then you were supposed to send your admin process also to the OCC. That's the Civil Money Penalty 29 under the Federal Reserve Act.
Hmm.
Okay, so now if you have all of this admin process and you show on the court that, hey, I tried to correspond with these people. I tried to negotiate with these people. These people have a fiduciary responsibility to my situation, to answer my situation. They can't just put me on hold and say I can't do it. That's what HJR 192 is telling people. You can't specify the way that I pay because there is no other way to pay other than discharge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now what you basically going in court is saying, hey, they in breach of contract on their fiduciary side, but not only that, they're also defamation my character. They're also defaming my character as a consumer. You see what I'm saying? And the account owner. You have the authority to act like you act, but you're basically going in there on the basis of counterclaim. They're claiming that you owe the debt. You're claiming that I paid the debt. How did you pay the debt? I sent off my endorsed payment.
Mm-hmm.
Not only did I send off my endorsed payment, I was a gentleman and I notified them. You coming into court on good faith with clean hands. You really haven't done nothing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So anything other than that, you already got the proof. Any person who files a court case bears the burden of proof. It's not on the other side to prove they. Basically, they're saying you're in breach of contract because you haven't paid. You're already showing evidence that I have paid. Not only have I paid, I have corresponded. So now they got to look back at the other case with they got to look back at the defendant and say, well, he's claiming that he's counterclaiming that he did pay. And he's showing evidence that he did pay. So what is your evidence showing on why payment wasn't applied?
Yeah. And that's when from, I guess, for most of us that's in this situation, doing it this way, that's why Master say, that shit, they gonna settle that shit. It's most likely gonna get pulled to the side if we done it right up to that point, because
But
it's like,
you gotta remember the knockout punch to the whole admin process is the civil money penalty. Because
yeah,
like on my administration process, right, I'm giving all these motherfuckers 5 days. 5 days for the first letter.
yeah,
You don't respond. Second letter, you got 5 days. Third letter, you got 5 days. If you don't respond to all 15 days, you have just entered tier 3 of the civil money penalty.
yeah.
So now you in breach of contract for 15 days. That's $1 million a day. AKA, that's $15 million, bro.
Is it 15? Is it 15 or is it just the 5 for that tier 3?
You got to look at it. Okay, like if I send you letter 1 and you don't respond in 5 days, now you in breach of contract for 5 days at the moment.
And that's 5,000, ain't it?
If you don't respond to the second letter, now you're in tier 2. That's $25,000 a day, but that's for a total of 10 days. Right?
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? It accumulates. I thought at first it was just like, $1 million for 5, 25 for 5, and 5,000 for 5. No, in totality, they in breach of contract for 15 days. Okay. Whether that's a $15 million payout.
Yeah.
But if you don't put the pressure on the company, then what is the reason for them to do whatever you're doing? Like I just learned the difference in validating the debt and verifying the debt. Okay, a debt is not valid if it's not verified. Let me say this shit again. A debt is not valid if it's not verified. Well, how the fuck do I verify debt? Is the question, right? Because what they're saying is, hey, you owe this money. You owe this money. Let's say for somebody who got a bank collections on their credit report, people are saying, hey, you owe this account. What you're supposed to do is send them an affidavit saying, hey, I'll pay whatever y'all want me to pay. If you swear under a penalty of perjury that I owe it, sign your name right here if you believe that I owe it. CFO. Okay. But you would never get that letter signed because ain't nobody going to swear to a penalty of perjury that you owe anything.
Yeah.
That's the kicker.
Okay. And okay.
So, bro, you in the right spot, bro. You feel me? It's just like right now, don't even focus on the adversary system. You feel me? You just need to understand, like, damn, do I got all my evidence in play? Do you have all your codes in order? Meaning, which code can I reference to claim that they broke or breach a contract? Okay, there's a code for fiduciary responsibility. You feel me? Like every act that you come across is in the USC code.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
It's just coded. But then when you start reading the acts and you start reading the codes, you're like, damn, this is the Federal Reserve Act right here in the codes. Oh, shit, all the acts are part of the codes. So when you do your civil cover letter sheet, you're supposed to put all of the codes that's pursuant to your case. They can't use it. Bruh, what's good under the law for one person is good under the law for you. If it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. So they can't just use one part of the law for their benefit if you can't use it for yours.
Yeah.
Man, tell me when to get off this motherfucker, because I keep talking.
Shit, let me see if I got some more. So, okay. I guess, okay. Because you said that I don't got to worry about the adversary system. So, I mean, by you saying that means I don't got to worry about, do that mean I don't got to worry about the rules of procedure, rules of evidence? Because how was that?
No, you do need to worry about the rules of procedure and rules of evidence, but you don't have to worry about that because you're not the defendant in this case. See, you looking at it wrong. See, you the one that's bringing the case to light. All you got to do is establish the burden of proof.
So me having is it that's what I'm saying. Is it not for both sides? Cause me being a plaintiff, don't I gotta have my evidence? I got my evidence and I gotta know the procedure of how this goes so I don't get my case thrown out, right?
Okay, yeah, but see, you're not trying to motion for anything other than payment. You really want your remedy. But if you go to court, fuck the remedy. Now I'm looking for the payout because the remedy gonna come too, but with the payout. Because do you know anything about agent to principal relationship?
Yeah. The what ain't that the
Okay,
fiduciary relationship?
all of that. You know that you are basically security for your principal,
Yeah.
meaning you are the attorney for your principal. Do you know that you can also include attorney fees?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so basically what you're doing is when you go to court, it's what do you want? At the end of the deal, what do you want? Because you know the $15 million is just some sucker shit to keep us out of court. That's why I'm throwing y'all on the civil money penalty. But it might not go to court. But let's say it do go to court. What is the remedy that you asking for?
I'm claiming all titles, interest, and equity. On this thing, I just want this shit to be set off each month, and I'm gonna tell them bring my credit card limit up to like $7,000, cause it's a 1,500. It's a 1,500 limit. So I'm gonna tell them, bring my shit up to 7,000. That's really, I mean,
No, see, you can't ask for that off the bat like that. What happens is you gotta at least perform on the bill that you got right now. When they restart the open end credit plan again next month, you spend that other 1,700 again, showing that you could perform on it that way. Now you can ask, let me get 2,500. Because if I could pay 17, I can pay 25. If I can pay 25, I can pay 4. Then once you got that under your belt, you can ask for the increase of them unlocking your credit.
so why can't I tell them bring it up to 7,000? Like for that being the damages, cause it is.
Oh, you now if you asking for damages, that's something different. Now that's what I learned about the court procedure too. Okay, do you know anything about injunctions?
Injunctions. I don't know the difference between injunctions and remedy, cause injunctions. I mean, ain't
Look
it
at
just a?
remedy as your remedy is basically since everything was done in fraud from 1933 on up. If it's gonna be a wrong, there's got to be a right. And your remedy is basically the preferred outcome you would want in your situation. So really, ultimately, all you want to do is to be able to spend your credit card over and over again and perform on the bill.
Yeah.
What you must show, what you need to put, what everybody needs to put inside of their application, or they not their application, inside of their notice. It's called a unilateral mistake. Have you ever heard of a unilateral mistake?
Unilateral mistake. No.
Okay, legally, a unilateral mistake is there's several mistakes you can make, but a unilateral one is one that's on your capacity. That's the fucked up problem. Like everybody's swearing they grown, but they don't have the capacity to contract. You feel me? So once you start learning about all of this other shit that you can do for sending your credits in and receiving your credits back, like I don't have to use my Federal Reserve note. I can pay into my performance. That's called a unilateral mistake. Once you found out that, damn, I can do this. So you're basically telling the company, hey, in the discovery of a unilateral mistake, I would like to transfer my principal balance back to my principal's account for set off each and every bill cycle.
Okay.
Like your detail, your notice have to basically express everything that you're trying to do. Like I'm not just trying to do this for this one bill. I'm doing this for every bill. Every time it comes to me. Or if you don't want to have to endorse a bill, and I don't know how this works on open end plan, but say if you got a closed end plan like a car loan, a house loan, any of that shit, if you didn't want to endorse the bill every month, then that's when you would endorse the whole contract.
Okay. 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 All right. Hey.
But all of that's called a banker's acceptance. You see what I'm saying? And if everybody learned how to do a banker's acceptance, you would learn how to accept for value on your precedent.
Okay. Hey. Miss Perfect. She wants that document from you.
Which document? I ain't looking at this. I'm looking at the screen right now. Which document?
Yeah. Which document, Miss Perfect?
The informal pauperous one, the one that everybody can file they no, the unilateral, that's not a form. That's just a discovery, meaning you type that shit in your notes. Like, hey, CFO, it's been brought to my attention that a unilateral mistake was made. That's the basic way of you telling the courtroom, like, hey, I was stupid. I didn't know that I could do what I did.
Okay.
Or do what I didn't know I could do what I'm doing.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, like she said, the attorney in fact. You like, okay, you're not the attorney in fact until your POA is established.
And bro, you know what? I think I gotta redo my But they had accepted my POA because they was like, sir, you already sent it once. Because I kept sending that bit again. They was like, you already sent.
Then if I already sent it once, why y'all are not honoring my negotiable instrument?
No, but I'm saying I didn't know that a notary. I didn't know this till yesterday that a notary was an official, like a public person. I thought a notary, like I could be a notary, like just being a witness.
Anybody can be a notary.
Oh, okay.
You cannot be your own notary.
Oh,
see what I'm
okay.
saying? I just went and got my POAs done yesterday too. Just putting that out there for the people. But I went and got my shit done yesterday. I went and got them notarized from a Freemason around the corner. Because when I tried to go to the clerk's office, the motherfuckers smart, bro. They know that if you get anything notarized in that clerk building or that county building, that they can be called as a potential witness. So now they getting hit to that. They not letting folks notarize shit in the courtrooms no more.
Okay.
But once you get the document notarized, now you want to go off and make copies of the notarized version. You never send the notarized version off. The notarized version will go with you to court.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Hold on, I'm looking at these comments. I'm just talking, bro.
Nah, that's good. Cause I'm gonna rewind this shit and listen to everything you saying.
Nah, so. For real, this is how this shit go, bro. You feel me? Like, bro, if anybody got, man, if you in Georgia, I ain't gonna put that out.
Oh, that's what she said. Oh, yeah, she said, yeah, y'all. She asked if you in Georgia. She said she wanted to study with you.
Yeah, I'm in Georgia. I don't really do groups. You see what I'm saying?
I know.
I just read.
I know, right?
Nigga be buying and reading.
Miss Perfect, them groups, that group shit get a little weird.
I mean, it gets a little weird, but that's only if folks ain't doing their due diligence. Like, I'm willing to debate and argue with any motherfucker almost because I know what I know.
Yeah.
You feel me? And it ain't just because somebody told me the shit. I know the source material to get it from. The court is always about what you can prove and not what you can argue. Fuck the argument. Because if you, how court work, bro, you got to understand fallacies and shit. Meaning, if you get pulled over from a cop and he asks you a couple questions and, nigga, he say that you was breaking the speed limit, whoop, this, that, and the third. Then you go to court and they put the cop on the stand and ask the judge, ask the cop, what you said. And they say, well, he did say he was coming from such and such, and I felt like that was probable cause to do what I did. And then you go back to argue, man, I didn't say that. And the cop say, yeah, he did say that. You like, no, I didn't say that. I said such and such. You have now switched the whole argument in the courtroom away from what really matters. And now you can bail for the battle. Now the whole argument is about what you and him said.
Yeah.
The judge already got agreement with the cop to work against you. So it's always going to be his word chosen over yours. See, this is what really going on in the courtroom, bro. Folks need to understand that, all right, the Constitution is above the government, right? It's like this. Man made God, right? Well, God made man, right? God was breaking a man. So man can never trump God, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then man made government. We the people. So the government can never trump the man. This is why man is not in what you see right now as far as courtroom.
Okay.
But the government can't trump man. But government made corporate entities and corporate colored entities like our straw mans and shit, our principles. So we can never trump the fucking government by acting as the principal. Everybody needs to know if you can touch yourself, that's the private you. The motherfucking corporation that's on your ID and all that shit, bro, that's a motherfucking legal entity. That is a dead entity. That is something that belongs to the government. That's the taxpayer. Because everybody looking at the income tax right now thinking, damn, I made this much money all year. But really, you didn't make a damn dime. Private you. The public you made that money for this year. But ain't the public you a business? So what's the name for income for a business? That's called revenue. So you didn't make no income, you made revenue. That's why you send your document to the Internal Revenue Service, not the Internal Income Service.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that because I never really knew why they were saying revenue, but yeah, that cleared that up. All right, bro. Hey, you spit some game, bro. I'm gonna get sold on this bitch, bro. But
let me hear her. I'm tired of talking.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna get sold on this bit, but appreciate that, bro. I'm gonna get you back on this bitch again.
I bet I'm listening.
Alright, bet. Peace out, bro. Alright, so we got him. We got Marcus. Appreciate that, Marcus. Alright, let me get sold, bro. I wanna talk to Damn, bro, that crazy, bro. These niggas got remedy, dog. Alright. Cause I wanna show Soul what the hell I done made. I really wanna show Soul. I had to send a request for access. Marcus, she trying to get that document. But so what I can call right now? I can call. I want to show Soul what I got, bruh. But I guess Marcus will switch it up for me, cause I guess now I don't even gotta look at it like defense. I'm looking at it. I guess I'm looking too hard into it, but I'm glad y'all can't tell my breath stink. Alright, I'm about to call Soul. Alright, let me put it on speaker. Yo! Hey, hey, Soul, I can't lie. I'm excited to show you this. But I guess I was kind of looking too much into it because this dude I was just on the call with, he said I was kind of looking at it from defense. But so what I learned from about this, like this whole court thing, of course. So okay, so first let me start with adversary system. So adversary system, that is, or what I saw in this video, he was saying that it's the rules of procedure and rules of evidence. And you know, the adversary system, the venue, jurisdiction, those are things like before that first punch. And I was looking at it like a whole fight. Dang, the screen, if you still looking at it or not, that screen is gonna be a little late, like versus our conversation. But I'm let me just send it to you. Let me send you these pictures I drew up this thing. Alright, so that's my little visual representation of this. And so it's like that first punch, you know, his first punch is me the pleading complaint. And I guess correct me wherever I'm wrong. But first punch, that's pleading complaint. They gonna punch back if it goes that far. I'm just assuming that this goes as far as, I guess, I don't know, to the end of trial, or I don't even know exactly what trial is. I gotta know what trial hearing is, all of that. But pleading complaint being the first punch, they punch back pleading answer. And I don't know if that would be the affirmative defense that's in there, that they pleading answer. But then when they punch back, that's when the judge in that picture where the judge got his hands up, that's what he like. Okay, well, we're gonna do something about this. It's discovery mode. And I looked at it like, okay, well, all right, it's discovery mode. And it's like everybody getting ready. We getting ready for war. They saw trying to see what they gonna do. And of course, I'm getting ready too. I know what I'm gonna do, but I'm doing what I'm gonna do. So I got two swords. And I don't know each sword or all of the swords that's available, but two of the swords is I got one sword, and I got my next sword. It's a real big ass sword. And dude in this video, he was like, and that big sword is what's most likely gonna like end this case or like just get it settled. But the first sword is my request for production. Like I guess I'll request from them, hey, let me get the contract or bring the original contract or yeah, just bring the contract, I guess. And that's the request for production. And this bigger sword is request for admission. And that's, I guess, yeah, that's getting them to admit stuff on the record, just getting them to admit, or like, oh, who's the beneficiary? Oh, I'm the beneficiary. Yeah, get them to admit I'm the beneficiary, or get them to say whatever, whatever. So I guess that's, and I don't know. Of course, I don't know they swords or what they would be using in Discovery, but and I guess after Discovery, it comes. I titled it. I don't know what the official name of it is, but what this process is called or what this section is called, but I titled it "Asking Court Time," and I guess that's the judge like being like, oh, like looking at us like, oh, let me put it on the screen. Let me put it on this screen. Wait a picture. Cause I just gotta have it up for them. Um, yeah, like asking court time. So judge, like, what y'all about to do? What y'all about to do? And I guess that's when it's I'm putting in a motion for relief. That's what I'm asking for. My motion for relief, and the judge is gonna just he's either gonna order like grant that relief. He's gonna order granting or deny a request. And I guess that's as far as I got with this. I was still trying to study exactly this stuff, but yeah, that's as far as I got with this. But Marcus that I just got off the phone with, he was saying I was looking at it, I guess, too much because I'm looking at it from a defense. And I know the dude in the video, he was telling it like as like a defense part, like I'm the one getting sued. So I was kind of like, but I still wanted to know the whole process because I want to know if they for real like try to fight this. I guess they first move would I understand they first move would be a affirmative defense, I guess. But heck yeah, what you think? Or where I'm wrong at is I'm looking in it too deep, or what's up?
No, I mean you're definitely not wrong. No, I can't say nobody's wrong, but it can be difficult to be wrong in this venue because there are so many ways that you can look at it. There are so many different routes that somebody could take. But like I said, so like first thing somebody has to do is know what it is that they want. And like I know a lot of people like have heard that before and look at that as probably something like trivial. But when I say that most people don't know what they want, and that's why they keep getting dragged all over the place. Because, like you said, there's many ways to do this. There's many routes you can take. There's so many violations and that you could hit them for that it's a lot. It's too much. So it's like you have to pick. It's best to pick. You don't have to pick, but it's best to pick. Like I said, for me, if I use myself as an example, what do I want? I want whatever it is that I apply for, whatever asset it is. That's what I want. Like it has to be. I've said this before, but for me, it has to be like a really big issue for me to push further past give me my asset. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I feel like because this is what happened to me. I feel like it gets easier once you get some remedy in whatever form that comes in. I think that vengeance meter, that revenge meter, that vengeance meter, that I want to all punches you throwing, you trying to hit all haymakers. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not really that effective of a fighting game because just like if you're fighting and you're throwing all haymakers, you get tired real fast, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the same for law in court. if you're, and this is just in general. If you're, I'm getting them for this violation, they did this, they committed fraud, they violated fiduciary, civil money penalties. There's an abundance of things you're going to get tired because now you have to back up all of those claims. You get what I'm saying? Now you have to back up all of those claims. You have to stand behind every last one of those haymakers you were trying to throw. That's why for me, unless it's a really big issue, I'm picking one. I'm picking one because, one, I value my time. I'm not saying anybody else does. Like I said, this is just how I view it.
Mm-hmm.
I value my time. And I know that if the one hit can get them out of there, I'm not going to waste 15 or 20 hits and get them out of there when I could get them out of there with one and go on about my business, So that's how I view it. Let's see. I came in kind of late. I don't know how long it was going, but I definitely didn't come in at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Defense is cool. I agree with you. I think you should know both. I think you should know how to attack. I think you should have an offensive and a defensive game. Let's see. Yeah. I think you should have an offensive and defensive game. As far as your analogies go, and the artwork, I'd say that's pretty accurate. Like we said, there's so many laws like art. I keep telling people it really is like art. When I say that you can create, think of what we were just talking about. As a matter of fact, we said there's so many routes that somebody can take to get the same thing done. There's all types of different violations. So it's like art. So once again, you have to choose. Is it more efficient to cut down this tree with a spoon, or is it more efficient to use, an electric chainsaw?
Mm-hmm.
You can do it. You get what I'm saying? But what's best for you in your situation?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like one thing you were mentioning that I remember that I was going to comment on was like you saying like getting them to admit to things. They don't really have to admit to anything, because it's unnecessary. And the reason it's unnecessary is because of what we're all in the process of coming more and more and more and more into. But remember when we were on the phone and I was saying that just the simple fact that they have sent you a bill is admission that you were talking about the beneficiary, But, okay, so they sent your person a bill. They sent the government name a bill, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're the holder. They sent a positive balance in a bill, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So they sent a positive balance in a bill. Okay, you're the holder of that person, correct?
Yes.
You're not the actual person that's, okay. So there's your beneficiary right there. Remember when we were saying, like, they're all the same. You just substitute like a math equation. It's like, it's the same formula, and you just input the necessary numbers to calculate that equation. So it's like by you being the holder, by them sending your government person positive credits, and you being the holder of that government person, you are benefiting from that. You get what I'm saying? The person's not benefiting from that because the person can't do anything with that.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? It's much like in the sense of like when I was saying that accounting would make people's journeys a lot simpler. But I say that because I've gone back and I've watched the videos and stuff, and I've read the comments and whatnot. And I think people's bigger problems in general, not yours, brother, but I think people's bigger problems in general is that once again they're just really trying to do too much. I think at this point in time you've listened to too many people and you have too many routes and paths like in your head, and not all of them are accurate.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I would say for those people who are like that, who even though they have a process, because a lot of y'all already have the process. I'm not gonna lie to you. A lot of you already have the process. I've seen people say they purchased the first class, this, that, and the third, etc. So for me, at least, from my perspective, I'm looking at it and I'm like, I think the issue is maybe like a little bit deeper, more introspective, as opposed to they don't have the information. I think they might not have all of the information, but I think they're really getting information whipped. I think they're getting whipped by the information to the extent that it's so much that it's causing them almost to be inactive because they have so many ways they can go. They don't know which way to go. And now when they choose a way to go, they're like, oh, well, that's a way to go, but this is a better way to go because, you know, this violation is superior to this violation because then I can get 10,000 or 50. You get what I'm saying? And it's not really about that. If you think about it, once again, the goal for me is to get that asset. If that asset is a credit card, if that asset is a house, if that asset is a car, whatever that asset might be that person is wants to acquire, that should be the main goal. I'm not going to say you shouldn't have any other, you know, sub goals, but that should be your main focus because that's what you set out to do first. That should be primary. So you can get that, and keep in mind, you can always come back to court. You can always come back to court. This is another thing I don't really understand. I'm like, why not just get your remedy, okay? Get your remedy, continue to study, and then see how you feel. Do you feel the same way? Do you still feel as vengeful? You still want to wring their neck out now that you've had some space and some time, right? You've got a remedy on a card or a credit card or whatever, you know, you're able to take care of some bills, you're able to endorse your credit card, okay, revisit. Do I really want to go to court, do this process, etc.? Not that I can't do it, but do I want to? Because I'm starting to see and feel that the time that I'm allotted throughout the day is more valuable to me because I have more time to myself because I've achieved from it, if that makes any sense. Okay? So, but once again, yeah, like accounting terms and stuff, like we said before, you look at the accounting term for like what a payee is, you know, that's your evidence. Okay. And that's your evidence that, you know, once again, okay, cool, you send it to the beneficiary. It doesn't say beneficiary, but a lot of this stuff doesn't say, like I see people comment a lot of that stuff too. They're like, this doesn't say, tell me what the Bill of Exchange Act, United Kingdom or Canada has to do with the United States. And it has no standing. Yeah, okay, you get what I'm saying? But when you're looking at something from a surface-based perspective, that's all you're going to see. That's all you're going to see. And you know what's crazy is, too, I'm thinking about doing it. I normally feel like doing stuff like this whenever I get on the phone and whatnot. But there's a case. People probably already have it. If there's people still in the comments, there's a case here in the States of a public case. Anybody can get it. Anybody can find it. I don't know the details right off the top of my head. If the brother wants me to, like I said before we get off, I will try to find. I know for a fact it's in my files. But there is a case here. I'll give you the state. It's in Florida, where this has already been done. And I say this for all the people because this really should not even need to be said. Because at the same time, I say, like, a lot of people have the information, etc. But I would say like 95% or higher of the people that I come across, and they're like, oh yeah, I know this information, this, that, and the third. I've been studying for this long. I'm ready to implement, or I'm 2 notices in, 3 notices in, this, that, and the third. Y'all are lying to yourself. You don't know this information. And you can tell based off the questions that you're asking. And if somebody was, and I'm not saying that you haven't studied, because to me that's like a quarter of the battle. How much I have to study and how much Quan I might have to study twice as much as my brother that I'm on the phone with here. You get what I'm saying? So that's not an indicator of if I'm ready, because I come out my mouth and I say, oh, I've been studying for 4 months. That really doesn't mean shit if you're being honest with yourself. Like, if you don't have the information, you don't have the information. You might need to do another 4 months. Whereas it could be somebody who comes through, they only need a month and they have it. Okay, so once again, like I said before, the hardest thing for people to do is be honest with themselves. But there's a case, it's in Florida, and I'm telling you, for the people who are not ready, you're gonna mess up. Right? You're gonna mess up. There's a case that's in Florida. It's already been the bank is foreclosing on this woman's home. Was trying to get her out of there. She did a bill of exchange. This is a whole transcript for all. Then I say this also for those people who are like, oh, bills of exchange, they don't work here. This, that, and the third. You're a poor researcher. Or you're a poor, and this is because I've been waiting for this. Nick the lawyer. You don't know what you're talking about, brother. You don't know what you're talking about. It's already documented. It's already documented. You can read the whole transcript from the lady who basically filed it. You know, the bill of exchange.
Yeah.
From the judge to the court. You can read the entirety of the thing. The judge actually calls it a letter of credit. And the judge, throughout the transcript, you know, the woman mentions that she sent this bill of exchange twice. At a certain point in the transcript, you'll read that she sent it twice, and the judge said something to the effect of, you know, I wish you would not have done that. Okay, and then he went on to comment about how she was saying how it's difficult to get in contact with her. And you know, the judge went on to comment about how yes, and you know, he despises these banks and how they do their business basically, because that's what he hears all the time. You know, it's impossible to get a hold of them, and this whether you email, you fax, this, that, and the third. And she said she had done all this, okay. And then he goes on to say, for the bank, the attorney, the bank, of course, obviously, you know, is an entity just like any other entity, so you gotta have something to speak for it. So the attorney, also a woman, speaking for the bank, I can't remember which bank it was at this time, but goes on to say that at one point she says, I don't believe my client knows what to, she asks what a bill of exchange is, and then she goes on to say at another point, I don't believe my client knows what to do with this, you know, in order basically to process it, if you will. She didn't say process it, but she did say, I don't think my client knows what to do with this. And the judge said, it doesn't matter. They are in the business. Okay? And the business that they're talking about is banking. They're in the business of banking. Right? So the same thing we've read over and over and over again. These are accepted by all banks. All banks of all types, National Bank, Member Bank, it does not matter. It's not only is it accepted, you must. You must. You have to. You have no choice. And like I said, that entire thing is a good read. Now, is it going to teach people the way? Because she went about it in a slightly different manner. You get what I'm saying? Because like I said, I'm all about efficiency. And maybe that was her first go around, etc. It was the same way. Like I fine-tuned and I continue to fine-tune my process as I become more experienced. But I feel like she was doing quite a few things that weren't necessarily necessary. But like I said, I don't know what part of the journey she was on. I'm sure she's at a higher point now. That's just natural. But the point is, she did not get evicted. That's the point. Once again, they had already filed for foreclosure. You get what I'm saying? So this was her defense. Her defense was the tracking of the certified mail number of the bill of exchange that she sent. Her defense was that she's attempted to communicate with these people over and over again. That was her defense, to stay in her home. And she was able to stay in her home. So once again, a lot of people are like, well, it didn't say, or she didn't say, or when I read it, it didn't say that it was dismissed because she gave them a bill of exchange. You are the type of people, right? You're the type of people that I don't care if you get remedy or not, because you have a slave-like mindset. You bypass everything that was in the middle, and you bypass all the substance to instantly form an adversarial opinion, one that harms you. you're not harming anybody else besides you by saying, oh, well, this couldn't be, this is fraud. It didn't say that it was dismissed due to a bill of exchange. It didn't have to. It didn't have to. The judge literally said in the midst of that it didn't matter if they don't know how to process it, that it's valid because they're in the business. Mm. You're in the business of banking. It didn't ask for, a lot, but like I said, every judge is different, so I'm not even going to get into that. You should be prepared for in case you are asked, because just because somebody else, like I said, I've come across many people, they like, hey, I got it on the first notice. I have never, ever gotten remedy on the first notice that I have sent. Not one single time. But there's an abundance of people out there, and some show proof. Some show proof, some don't show proof. I'm on either side of the court. I personally don't care. And I believe that people start to become more of their natural selves whenever they release themselves from some of these unnatural chains, and they'll probably start to see themselves as, I really don't care. What it doesn't really matter. The remedy is what matters. So yeah, I'm gonna be quiet for a minute and listen to what you got to say. I'm gonna try to find that.
Yeah, I was gonna ask for that.
For sure.
Shoot. And I remember when you was telling me about scope, man, I did not know. I thought you was meaning scope. Like, I thought you was just saying that, like, just to give me, like, a visual, when you was saying, like, okay, sharpen your scope. Or you didn't say it like that, but you were just saying, like, bring it in, like, do your scope. But scope is an actual word. So, in these laws, so scope, exactly, what is it, like, jurisdiction? Like, what's the difference between jurisdiction and scope? Because I guess scope sounds like, oh, these rules have, so it's the rules that have scope. It's the rules that have, I guess, yeah, I was thinking, okay, the rules have power. That's why I say jurisdiction. It's the rules that, these rules apply to proceedings. Like, so, yeah, I don't know.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so that just means,
that's what it is.
Okay.
My bad, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was just it. I was just, heck yeah, I was like, okay, well, what in the world is scope? But, heck yeah, I see now. But, what else I was saying? Dang, Mark is blowing me up. What y'all, anybody want to ask Soul anything? Anybody want to ask Soul anything? Totally off the subject. Please, when you get a moment. Oh, no, I'm just reading something she's saying to me. Somebody's saying, please tell me you know someone who makes physical IDs.
Say again, what's she talking about?
Nah, I guess she's asking me. Oh, yeah, because she's staying in Georgia. So, yeah, she was just asking me something.
No problem. So I'm looking for it, y'all. I'm looking for it. I do, brother. I'm looking for it right now.
The lens. All right, let me read these comments because I was paying attention. Yeah, I was paying attention. So let me just read some of these. I'd be curious of what exactly everybody is doing because, like, yeah, just like you were saying, like, I be wanting to know who is actually on the actual efficient path of getting remedy versus somebody that's just, extra information and just, I guess, in it for the conversation or in it just to, just to speak on, what they know or whatever. I be wanting to know what is everybody's process of, like, what is everybody trying to do? Because, right. People will be quick to say, no, you can't do it, or it don't work like that, or do it like this, do it like that. It's like, bro, what is you trying to do, first of all? Or do you even know what I'm trying to do? Like, do you know exactly what I'm trying to do? But about this estate. So I guess, yeah, so the best way I should come across this, because you did say security fraud, and somebody in the comments, or Miss, I ain't gonna say somebody, I'm gonna say her name, Miss Perfect. She was like, yeah, security fraud is statute of limitations. That's it's 5 years. So I got a lot of time with that, but so I guess, and you were saying like how it matters about how you come at it. So, and I was originally finna do it like coming at it like, oh, they ain't letting me set off this debt. I tendered my payment, but yeah, it's better. I guess it's better to shoot, and I might as well just do it all in one for the contract. Like, oh, I want each month, I want this debt, and I said that in my instructions that I did, like for this to be set off each month, for this whole contract. And I guess yes, it's best to just come at it like that, like come in for it all about the whole the whole thing, instead of just saying, hey, this tender payment, just set off this debt. Like I wanna say, hey, for it all, like I'm coming here to claim all the interest, all the titles, all the equity that's owed to the principal, or something like that. I guess that's the best way to do it for this credit card.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I'm not sure what she's reading from with the 5 years, but let's say, because I mean, there's a lot of codes, there's a lot of laws, there's a lot of acts, there's a lot of statutes. I'm not pretending for a second that I've read every single one. So that's why I say I'm not sure which one she read from. I'm not saying that she hasn't read. I'm not saying it doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to know which one.
I'm gonna bring it up on the screen.
I will say to bypass that. You just have this whole thing is about critical thing. I'm speaking in general, but this whole thing is about critical thinking. Okay, so they're telling you, apparently, okay, so once again, I just want to put respect on the sister's name. I want that to be known. I'm not talking about her, I'm not attacking her, her ideal or what she read or anything like that. But, okay, so apparently, let's say you have 5 years. Okay, one, there's no statute of limitation on fraud, but let's throw that away. The statutes begin once you realize that a crime has been committed. Okay, it's not fraud. We said this in past video, but it's not fraud until you know it's fraud. That's when the statute of limitations begins. So it's not like fraud incurred at the inception of the contract, and that contract is 5 years old, so now I can't do anything about it. It's like, no, fraud occurred at the inception of the contract, and the contract is 7 years old, and I found out that it was fraud on the 7th year and the 2nd day. Okay, that is fraud. The statute of limitations of 5 years has not ran out. Once again, it's not a crime until you know it is a crime. So that's actually another a good example too. Why I say like law is kind of like artwork in a sense. Like it's like, not like artwork, but like art in a sense. Like you have to be not really the information on you, but like you have to be in the information, if that makes sense. Like it shouldn't be the information that's really moving you. You should be moving the information, and the information can do a lot by itself. But when it comes to like stuff like that or things like that, it's like then you have to turn on, that cerebrospinal, juice, get those juices flowing, and you're like, okay, I know there's an answer here. What is the answer? Where is the answer? But that's the answer. The statute of limitations doesn't start until you discover the crime. So if once again, there is no statute of limitations on fraud. And securities fraud is fraud. So there's quite a few angles that somebody could attack. Yeah. But once again, it just depends on their perspective, Yeah. That's too right, but it just depends on their perspective. Send the whatchamacallit, by the way.
You say send you that act? Okay. I'm trying to find where it say 5 years. Cause that's what
this. Say one more time. You said you're trying to find what?
You said send you the act?
No. I was saying, oh, did she post it?
Well, she didn't post it. She had just
Oh, it's no problem.
spoke of it, and then I'm trying to
No, I
just
was gonna
find
send
it.
you.
Oh yeah, what you said?
I was gonna send you that court case I was telling you about. I just found it, the Florida
Okay.
bill of exchange case.
Okay, yeah. Let me get that. I'll pull that up.
Sure. Okay, here we go. Send a copy. Alright, so this. And there we go. Alright, I think that's right. Yeah. So it says sending right now, so you should have it just a little bit. Not sure how big the file. Oh, I see it. And now it's sent over.
Bruh, I don't know who the freak is calling me. I don't know if that's people in this chat. Alright, let me open this up. Let me go to Discord real quick. Let me go to
and
this.
then, like, also, oh, my bad, go ahead, man.
Oh, no, I was just saying, let me go to this. Yeah, you can go ahead.
No, for sure. I was just going to tell people try not to use it as, like, a crutch or something. Like I said, like, there are, man, you'll see. Not you, but they'll see. Life is a better teacher than I will. Like I said, you should know the information.
Okay, I got it pulled up on the screen.
So,
okay, she said she got a question for you. Let me see. Where the question? With the question now. With the question. Okay, let me see. I have a question for Soul, if I spelled that correctly, and I said there's no statute of limitations. Okay, ask your question, Miss Perfect.
Yeah. That's for sure.
Ask your question, Miss Perfect. Alright, so letter of advice. Okay, well, oh, this is her thing. Oh, okay. Second to last page shows judge upheld the BOE. Second to last. Let me go to the second to last.
And while you're doing that, I want to read this part to the to the people out there real quick. So it goes to court. Is there anything else? Mrs. Newman. No, sir, Your Honor. The court. Anything come up? Let me turn my brightness up. Anything come of your efforts to reconcile whatever difference you claim to exist between you? That's the court. Because remember, this is between two corporations, and the judge is supposed to be the referee, right? So this one sounds like being a referee. It's talking about reconciling the differences, because ultimately that's what has to happen at the end of the day. So Ms. Newman goes on to say, I became involved in the case just around the end of September, so I'm new to it. I understand that Ms. Fugate submitted a document, the original of which I brought with me. The court, as I say, no evidence. Ms. Newman, yes, sir. It's my client's position that the particular document does not represent a bank draft, which would be necessary to pay the redemption. Ms. Fugate, a bill of the court, never mind. I just wanted to point out to people how there's a lot more in there, but you peep out the court, aka the judge, cut off Miss Fugate whenever she was about to say it's a bill of exchange. That's another reason, because like I said, they're going to be looking for there was no order, it wasn't dismissed due to the bill of exchange satisfying and you're not going to see that. You're not going to see it in that format for the same reason that they're not really going to allow it to purvey on to public eyes. That's why she was cut off. And she does say it later on too. She does say there's a bill of exchange, but I just want people to pay attention to the game that's going on, because a lot of people do go into court trying to do way too much, and you don't realize that they're already helping you. You're just kind of looking at it and going about it the wrong way.
So that made me. So I mean, I guess it ain't all judges. So, cause just like how you said, the judge was like, what you say? He said, oh, like he's against the banks, like they fraudulent, or they, when he say about the banks.
Oh, you want me to read that part? I don't mind reading that part if you want me to, because I don't know. But that's basically what he says. I found the. Do you want me to read that, brother? Because you pretty much got it. If you don't want me to read it, you pretty much got. Yeah, that's basically what he was saying.
I mean, if you wanted to, I just was saying, like, so yeah, like, I guess it ain't all of them that's I guess in on this. Like, some of them is actually against the banks, and because I'm thinking, oh, every judge is, the way this sounds, like, it sounds like, oh, the banks and the prosecutors, everybody is in on it. Everybody, the banks and the judge, the prosecutors, everybody know about bill of exchange. Everybody know about this, but they just trying to keep it on the low. So, but that ain't always the thing, huh? That ain't always the case, huh?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that, because I feel like a lot of people talk and double speak, because like this case was going on for a while too. So like if you think about it, if the quote unquote judge was really like that, the case wouldn't have went on as long as it did. But at the same time, we know that a lot depends on how you're presenting, said security or said financial asset. It depends on how you're presenting it and how you're presenting that government name. So it could be that she was trying and failing, and she got up to this point, and now she's coming correctly, the document's correct, and she addressed it to the correct people, and she has the correct evidence in order to back up her claim. And now the judge is saying, oh, yeah, I hate when they do this. I don't necessarily believe that he's against the banks. Absolutely not. But at the same time, I think it's a little bit of both, if that makes any sense. But he actually says, what was it? I had it pulled up exactly. Here it is. It's what page is this? It's page. I don't know what page is this. It goes to court. I believe you. That's all I hear all the time. Nobody can get through to anybody. Nobody will call back. Nobody will give a last name. Now, where does that leave with us? Summary judgment? That's the judge speaking. The judge is saying, okay, they ain't got nothing to say. You done brought the bill of exchange. You coming correct? Okay, cool. Hey, if that's all they got, where does that leave? A summary judgment? Because what we just get done saying, we said that's the goal at the end of the day. Anyway, there has to be a reconciliation. That's going to be the summary judgment. He's asking the question in the sense of like, hey, if you got something else, like, you might want to come on with it, because it's not looking good for you. If that makes any sense. I can go on, or you can go on, but it's there if they want to read it too. For sure.
All right, let me. She said her question. Let me read it for you. Okay. Miss Perfect says, so I'm trying to take the adverse action route on my Mercedes-Benz, as they sent an email generally stating that they was unable to pre-approve me. How do you suggest I go at them?
Do you get her question? I get the scenario, but do you get her question?
I mean, I mean, I guess I like to answer questions with questions, because I mean, if you Miss Perfect, if you come from Massa, I'm assuming that you, cause all you know, I only post Massa videos, so I'm assuming that you come from Massa, and you know, one thing that Massa always say is one shoe fits all. So, you know, this is a one size fit all thing. So,
Mhm.
you know, I mean, what is, I guess it's really obvious. What other route is there to take other than, you know, that you entitled to all of this? But I guess, you know, you got the proof of your adverse action. So what else, you know, what else is it that you, but I guess, yeah, what else is there? You know, I guess that's obvious, you know, what else is there to do if you got the proof that they denied you? You got your birth certificate, or your you proof that you, not even gonna go into birth certificate, but you got proof that you the beneficiary. So, and you entitled to everything that's security collateral. I mean, I'm just looking at it like applying it to my credit card situation, because it's like
Yeah,
the same size, same
it's the
for
same.
everything. We all doing the same exact thing. So it's literally no other, you know, no exact. I'm assuming, because I don't got remedies, so this is just me. But yeah, yeah. I don't think it's no specific, you know, thing, no special route to take, you know. But you know, so you can let the remedy, let the remedy teacher say it. Let the remedy, he knows it. So
So now you pretty much said it. It's like, once again, it's Miss Perfect. Hopefully, I'm saying that correctly. Is no shade being thrown anywhere near you for sure. I'm just trying to help. But I legit, I didn't hear or I didn't pick up the question, but I do agree
oh,
with,
okay. So what, you
with
want
the
me to
brother.
re-say it? You want me
Oh,
to?
okay.
You want me to re-say it? Did you like the way I read it? Did you not understand it right?
I think like I understood like the scenario. I just didn't really hear a question if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying?
All
Kind
right,
of like how you were saying.
I'm about to send
You
it
get
to
what I
you.
mean?
Yeah, I'm about to send it
Okay.
to you. I'm about to send it to you. I'm about to just copy and paste it to you. My bad, Miss Perfect.
Okay.
My bad, Miss Perfect.
No, it's all good.
All
It's
right,
miscommunication. It's all good.
I
Okay,
sent
so
it.
I'm trying to take adverse action around Mercedes-Benz as they sent an email generically stating that they were unable to pre-approve me. How do you suggest I go after? Okay, so then I think that the brother that was talking before, I think he was, correct me, I can't speak for anybody. So, like I said, I think this is an assumption that I'm making. This is an opinion. This is an opinion. It's not a fact. The brother would have to come on and say for himself. But I think what the brother was doing with the adverse action was basically he was bringing education to people about what adverse action is and what you can do with an adverse action. Because when I read this, so I'm trying to take the adverse action route, we all are taking the adverse action route. Everything that happens against your will is an adverse action. So it's you get what I'm saying? That was kind of like the first thing that kind of threw me off was, I'm trying to take the adverse action route. That's pretty much any route. That's virtually any single route. Any violation that occurs to me, there's an adverse action. So now I'm not sure, from my perspective, I'm not sure what route you're trying to take. And remember, I said there's many ways to do this. The first thing somebody has to come to grips or come to terms with is, what do I want? Like, how do I want to go about doing this? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right.
Adverse action is like an adversary for like a person. It's like somebody who's against you. So adverse action is just an action that's against you. So it's like, if I do breach of contract or I do security fraud, that is an adverse action. We are all taking the adverse action route. How would I suggest moving forward? Just like the brother stated, they did it just like you stated in your question. Is an adverse action. Okay, you have a contract. All right, you said that they sent you a generic statement or document stating that they were unable to pre-approve you. So I ask you, how did you even get to the point where they could send you a document saying that they were unable to pre-approve you? What did you
Here.
do in
I'm
order for them to be able to send you? Go ahead, bro.
I'm about to play this audio. She want me to play this audio for you.
Okay.
No, what I'm saying is, I said, first of all, it's not generally, it was generically. They sent me a generic message, no adverse letter, nothing. They just said they weren't able to pre-qualify me, and I was thinking to go the uh, adverse action route, but I want to know. I'm asking Soul how he thinks I should go about, like how he thinks I should go about it.
I mean, I think you should go after them for breach of contract because they're breaching your contract. That's what I think you should do. I think that if you have a contract with them and you do, and they are denying you, which they are, and they sent you whatever it is that they sent you, even if they didn't send you anything and they email and you had to take a screenshot, it would still be the same answer in the sense of you have a contract, they breached your contract, and that's how I would suggest somebody go after them for breach of contract. Like I said, there's many other routes that somebody could take. That's what I would suggest. That's what she asked. That's what I'm answering with. Breach of contract. And the question before was, if you don't know what the contract is, it's more to it. So hopefully she knows where we're coming from.
Okay. I'm gonna see if she responds.
For sure.
I know it's all
You gotta know a little bit more too, and I'm not saying because I'm not on the live, I'm not reading any responses, so but you have to know a little bit more than the application is the contract, right? And that's why I was asking the question before, in that sense, like, what did you do in order to get them to the point where they could send you anything in response? It means that you had to fill out an application. So it's like the brother said, it's the same thing for everything. It can be. It doesn't have to be. Somebody could choose to go out and make it more difficult. Or somebody could, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm tired of hitting them with the crossover. I want to hit them with the step back fadeaway. Okay, cool. That's your prerogative. But you can use the same move every single time. Like the brother said, it is a one shoe fits all. But you have to know that process. Like I said, you have to know it. It's not enough to be like, oh, this application is a contract. What if they say how? Now, this is a 3-letter word, fucks a lot of people up. It's like, what if they say how?
Okay.
Like, huh?
Is the card member, like for my credit card, is the card member agreement? I know they got the original contract, but is the card member agreements considered a contract or no?
Yeah, I mean it is. It's something that absolutely it is. It's considered a contract. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
There's terms on there. You got to accept those terms. So it's an offer. Absolutely. I say it's tied to any other contract. There's more than one contract, but any contract is still, it's all going to be tied to that same, whatever that account number is. And we know what account number it's resting under, but I mean, whatever account number that is for that corporation, that's what that's going to be tied to. So just as a simple, generic, and general route, because to me, virtually the same, I would say application. Do you know how the application is a contract? If you know how the application is a contract, then you know how to attack. I think it was Mercedes-Benz for a breach of contract. If you had a contract and you were supposed to receive, let's say, a Mercedes-Benz, and you didn't get that, okay, there you go. You had a contract. That's obviously breach of contract. You didn't receive what you were supposed to receive. You didn't receive what you contracted for. Okay, so that's breach of contract.
Okay. Let me see. What's the closest I can read? Okay. One question I had. What's the closest I can read about the promisee being the beneficiary. I guess that's dumb though, cause my birth certificate shows I'm the beneficiary, but and you even said, yeah, I'm the natural person. So, I mean, ain't it apparent that I'm the beneficiary? But I guess I was curious earlier about how to exactly prove that. But um,
Hey, so look at maybe it would help because I do this all the time. So it's like look at the legal definition of what a beneficiary is.
okay. Beneficiary is an individual named in a will, revocable trust, or irrevocable trust to receive property from a testator or grantor. A beneficiary is usually definitive, which is reasonably ascertained now or in the future. Natural persons, corporations, or other organizations like charities can all be beneficiaries. So revocable trust, I gotta see exactly what that is. Is that our contract or no? That's the
I wouldn't even worry about it. I'm just being honest. I personally would not worry about it. There's one of those many things that I was telling you in the beginning that, like, I myself as well have an abundance of information. I was going through learning all types of stuff. I wouldn't even worry about because it doesn't matter. The whole what focus on is a trust, right? You have a trust, right? You have a corporation, right?
yeah.
Okay, now your birth certificate, you said it, not me. Your birth certificate has the registered owner on that. We went over in the video how that's a certificate of title, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it can't be the entity. The entity, right? In this case, we're talking about in our cases, what we're specifically talking about us. We have a trust, we have a corporation, okay, and those corporation, that trust, they're not receiving anything, right? They're only receiving liabilities of things, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Liabilities and obligations is all the government name is receiving, right? So any benefit has to be picked up by the person who owns that corporation or the person who's a holder of that name, that corporation, a holder of that revenue check or that interest dividend check. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't, it's fine. Like we it's okay. We
Yeah, I
can go
understand.
more into it. But do you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, for sure. It's like, so that's how it's like, hey, I have a corporation, or hey, I have a trust here. Like I said, it's a mathematical equation. So we're taking out terms. They don't all mean the same thing, but they have the same concepts.
Yeah.
Take them in, take them out. Don't do it in the same case, because if you go to a specific jurisdiction, specific venue, you start your claim out a specific way, you should end that way. Okay? But once again, it's like, yeah, hey, I have a corporation. If you want to go in and say that I'm the beneficiary of that corporation, okay. I don't think that really needs to be said because on the surface, you are already receiving all of the benefits of that corporation, right? Because you're the one that has to act on behalf of that corporation. You're the one that's going and, okay, let me go to T-Mobile and get me the newest, latest, greatest, whatever. Okay, cool. And now they sending a bill to the name. Okay, the name can't do nothing with that. And I'm the one who started that action. Okay, and it's for a service and probably an asset in the form of a cell phone. And I take that bill and I perform on that bill and nothing comes from me. But I get to continue to keep the service and I get to continue to keep the asset or the new phone or whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. Did I benefit?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, I benefit. And it just so happens that it came through a corporation. It just so happens that it came through a trust. It just so happens that it came through a bank, whatever, And I'm not saying, hang on, let's see. What was this? Oh, I got an Amber Alert. I confused the mess out of me. But Yeah, that threw me off. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. I think.
Heck yeah. And somebody's trying to contact you. Somebody's trying to contact you. You ain't reading the comments, is you?
Nah, I'm not. Nah, I'm on. I'm on Discord, so I can't see it.
Um,
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
yeah, you would have to contact him, Miss Perfect. You would have to contact him. He be in the comments sometimes, so you would have to contact him,
For sure.
or he get at you. I don't know. I can't speak for Soul. I can't. I can't promise he'll get at you, but
I will say, not coming from the brother hit the nail on the head. I'm not I'm not a mightier, holier than thou type of person. But and there's many people that can there's people that can help for sure. I ain't gonna say there's many people because we know there's a lot of scammers too. But I'm not the type of person really to reach out and just help somebody. Sometimes I do because like I love the subject of law. So like I do reach out sometimes, but it's very rare. So yeah, if you Discord, then hit me up. I'm not sure what it's about, and depending on what it's about, we can go maybe from there.
it's Miss Perfect. She said she have a real property situation that's kind of deep that I like to get his input on.
Okay. Now listen, people. I do want to say this is not Miss Perfect either, because like I said, this is just in general, because it's I connected with my brother here, which I love to do. Like I said, I love this subject, and most importantly, like I love his energy and the brother that he was on with before. Like I like people whose like energy is like that. Like it gives me energy to keep going and dive deeper, etc. But I will say. Once again, people, in general, you either pay attention or you paying for time. You get what I'm saying? Because I know there's a lot of people that have hit me up that have, seen, me drop the username or whatever the case may be. And I mean, I say like I have a lot of free time and I do, but that was extended to my brother here. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, it just depends on what it's about and how lengthy they're expecting that conversation to be, or like how specific they're expecting that conversation to be. I don't vibe with, okay, if I have all of this information, somebody can come up to me and I don't know if they've done any work, and now I just divulge step by step, answer every single question, whatever concerns they have, I'm helping them navigate this, that, and the third. I value my time more than that, and I look at that as kind of like cheapening myself. So, I don't want people to look at me as like a knockoff Manta, if you will. Like I'll assist and I'll help for free, but I'm saying there's a limit. There's a limit. I just want people to know that there's a limit. But like I said to Brother Quan has no limits and whatnot, and I've expressed that to Brother Quan. It's just because of energy type thing. I just vibe with the brother for sure.
For sure, for sure. All right, so dang. All right, let's see what she's saying. What's his name on YouTube? I could give her your YouTube account, right?
Yeah. If she's looking for videos, she's not gonna find them because I don't do like YouTube video. The only place you'll find me is on Brother Quan's channel that we're on right now as far as YouTube goes. So yeah. But you can give it to her for sure. I don't mind.
Okay.
I certainly do not mind. And I will say that like it's a much better chance for me to give something that's more valuable in a setting like this as opposed to like a one-on-one and somebody's not coming with any type of valuable consideration. You get what I'm saying? Because if I'm going to give something, I'd rather give it to a lot of people as opposed to just, one person. If it's going to be that type of situation.
Yeah.
Like I said. Yeah.
Heck yeah. Alright, well, I don't got any more questions for myself, cause that was everything I knew about the court thing, that whole little thing I drew up. Heck yeah, that was all I had knew, and I'm still studying the rules. And they really short. I'm really just crying about it, cause they really short. So, I'm gonna run through that. Heck yeah.
No, for sure. And you're doing better than most too, because I don't know all those, rules of procedure. I certainly don't.
Oh.
I know what I need. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. That's what I was trying to, but I ain't want to. Not the type to take any wind out of anybody's sails or anything. But that's why I was like,
Okay, so
I didn't mean to make it sound like. Go ahead.
Yeah, so which of these rules do you know, or which ones do you see as only important? Is it the three, or not the three? But I guess is evidence being one of them. Civil action. What was the other one? Criminal procedures. I don't know, but which ones I guess do you see as the most important?
I mean, it's gonna sound like I'm backtracking, but let me explain. They are all important, but the thing is, like, if you do a claim correctly, you don't really have to worry about, aside from evidence and all that good stuff. Aside from knowing how to put in motions and all that. Okay, cool. But if you know how to put in a claim correctly, you don't have to concern yourself with your claim getting sent back. You get what I'm saying? And how you send a claim correctly is in, is in one of those. It's not all of the steps. We just kind of went over some of the ones that, a lot of people miss, which is, setting up your jurisdiction, which is also it's not difficult. It's not difficult for real. It's like if I had an issue with Brother Quan, it's like, okay, I'm a resident, in the state of, Alabama and the county of blah, blah. Okay, Brother Quan is a resident in the state of Georgia, and the, not too much. But yeah. And that's jurisdiction, once again, the 75,000. I saw somebody who was asking that question about the 75,000. What if it's not 75,000? For a question like that, it's really simple. It takes 3 seconds to answer, but it's more beneficial for you to go back and read and study. Because it's difficult the reason I say that it's difficult for me to believe you have a lot of the more vital information, because that's an easy one. You get what I'm saying? I believe if you had like some of the more vital information, it's like that one's naturally going to come. It's like, why wouldn't, if it's not 75,000, what's stopping you from making it at least $75,000 worth? If that's the venue you want to bring it in. For sure.
That message I sent you, that's what she said. She wanted me to read that to you.
Alright, I'm about to check it out right now.
We got soul in it, bitch. We got soul in it, bitch. On everything.
Okay, no, I just read it. Yeah, it's fraud for sure. It's absolutely it's fraud. Absolutely. I mean, one of the main two things that Mansley tells people to go after is breach of contract or securities fraud. So it is, yes, absolutely, yes, it's fraud. Every time you do a contract, whatever you're looking at as a contract, if you're paying, in the traditional sense, yes, that is fraud. Absolutely. Absolutely. Am I saying it's fraud in my paperwork? No.
Alright. I got Marcus want to join, the last dude I was on with, so I guess I'm gonna study some more before I come at you with some more questions, of course. But heck yeah, yeah, we gonna speak again. And thank you for assisting the people. You know, I ain't gonna act like these are my people or nothing, but you know, I guess it do actually kind of feel good, like just helping somebody, especially seeing this if it's a woman, cause this is a black woman, Miss Perfect. So you know, if this is our sister or my mother, man, heck yeah, I be wanting to, you know, help a little bit. So thank you for even helping, saying that for the other peoples. But heck yeah, I'm gonna holler at you, soul.
No problem, bro. For sure. Always a pleasure, man. Peace and love, everybody.
Yes, sir. All right, peace out. Alright, Marcus, let's go, bruh. And I'm finna go get some eat after we do this, bruh. Dang, bro, y'all hype, bruh. It's a trip. How mess to be doing this shit? How mess to be doing this, speaking and reading the comments? Cause it's like I ain't reading none of these comments, bruh. But I wanted to read what y'all saying. Damn, let me call Marcus. My breath stink.
Hello?
Jill.
Yeah, I'm live.
Heck yeah.
Okay, appreciate bro who was just speaking because he really dropped a lot of jewels on people little did he know. I'm gonna try to speak a little clearer on this one.
Right.
This is what I feel like most people get confused with, right? Alright, you got sovereignty, you got public, and then you got private. Folks have to start looking at this shit like a coin. You feel me? It's the heads and the tails to every coin, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, if I was in the street or I was in front of you and I said, Saul, man, you better move the fuck out the way before I push you, you gonna be like, shit, I ain't gotta do nothing but stay black and die, right?
Mm-hmm.
That would be your sovereignty capacity for everybody's listening. Your sovereignty is the fact that they can't make you do shit. It's illegal to drink and drive, but damn it, if I got keys and I got a drink, can I drink and drive? Okay, so now let's go to private. Your private self is the one that's under the two different United States. You have one private United States, one public United States. One is the United States of America that formed the Constitution. By who? We the people. That's the one that everybody thinks they under. But what we really are under is in the public. We are under the UCC. See, a lot of this stuff that people learning about, it won't really register until people know the history of what the fuck happened. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if folks don't understand, okay, let's take it back to fucking school. Everybody know they three branches of government: executive, legislative, judicial. Nowhere in those three branches of government did I say federal. Where did federal come from? Right?
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about bills of exchanges and shit. When people don't even understand, they use bills of exchange all day, every day. Your Federal Reserve notes is a bill of exchange. That's why it's called a dollar bill. So, it's going back to what I had spoken on earlier about the adverse actions and shit. Okay, the adverse action, y'all. If y'all don't do anything else, bro, go get y'all a law dictionary. You can Google them bitches, PDF, download, because you're reading lawful and legal documents. And I don't believe that everybody understands there is a difference when you're talking about lawful shit and legal shit. You feel me? Okay, your principle is in the legal world because legalities are fictional in a way. When you start talking about stuff with the Constitution and your rights, like your right to contract and the equity within all of those rights, that is speaking on lawful shit. The lawful money of the country is gold and silver. When they expose the gold and silver, it's only 4 ways to discharge a debt. You either have gold and silver, or promissory notes, or bills of exchange. Those are the 4 currencies of the country. Ain't nobody ever spoke on what the currencies of America is. Those are the 4 currencies. And your change, your dollar bills, all that shit fall under promissory notes. And then you have bills of exchange. Well, my bad, I'm sorry, your dollars will fall under the bills of exchange because it's bills. But you were speaking about like civil procedures and all that stuff like I had showed you earlier. All civil procedures are damn near the same. You just must need to know what to do if something was done. This is why when I spoke on about motions. You, when it comes to your civil rights, fuck a motion. A motion is more like a request.
Mm.
And you ain't going into the situation requesting shit. You really demand it. So I demand for a dismissal. I demand for yada, yada, yada. Don't go in there asking for a motion because they can deny your motion. But your demand is what you're trying to come out in the end with. So when people learning this stuff, I try not to sound like a conspiracy theory for anybody that's listening. So I try to condense the conversation without giving people too much. What basically people are learning, bro, is consumer law, which is the laws that govern credit. Then you have contract law, which tells you and teaches you about your 6 elements of the contract, which part of the element of contract you in as you're contracting. You got to know even when you're talking with a police officer, you're verbally contracting. Everything is a fucking contract. And the problem is, everybody's out this bitch yelling, they grown, they grown, they grown. But if you was really grown, then you would know what to do and what comes with the obligations of a contract. But a lot of people are not caring about that because people don't think that capacity matters. But capacity is everything. Once you start seeing this shit from a debtor situation, you would think you're getting it wrong. For everybody who's out there, if you think you're going into the bank and you're getting a loan, you're really low-key making a withdrawal from your Social Security account. It's not a loan. So let me ask you a question, Saab. Okay, have you ever seen Burger King in the driveway for McDonald's? Hello?
Oh yeah, you say you asking that to Soul?
Yeah, I mean.
Hey Juxta, what up? What you trying to talk about? Yeah, hello. Let me put it on speaker. Hello. Yeah.
Okay, everybody can hear me now?
Yeah.
Shout out to Saul, everybody. Shout out to the man Page right here because he really opening up the
No, hey, I ain't Soul. Soul was the dude that we was on the phone with. I was on the phone with Laz.
Who is this?
Oh, you saying Soul Day or you saying Soul?
Soul Day, the speaker.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's me. I thought you were saying Soul.
That's what I thought. I'm like, hold on.
Okay, you asked me about the minute.
Everybody. Yeah, Miss Perfect, I got your email. I see. I responded to your message too, by the way. I can see everybody comments. But I just want to give a shout out to you, bro, because you opening up the platform for everybody to come and speak. That's the one platform. As you can see, everybody who's talking about remedies, and this, that, and the third, there's not too many people who will let the people talk with the people. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm trying to get people to understand is when you're going into certain situations, I don't know how everybody's approaching that situation, but jurisdiction only applies if you coming under the private capacity or you coming under the public capacity.
Okay.
Because you don't have to, like, you got some Moors and some people who feel like, oh, I don't need the Social Security, I don't need the birth certificate, I'm gonna rescind all of that shit, but you don't understand they gave you all the pieces for you to win. This is Monopoly we out here playing, y'all, and folks don't really see that. So I kind of want to speak on that real quick before I lose my train of thought. So, I already kind of lost it.
I get you was asking me, or if that's what you was finna ask, about how I'm coming. I'm coming as a national citizen. I'm coming as, or what you say, public or private. I'm coming as, would it be public? Like I don't want to come as sovereign.
Taxpayer, your principal is in the public, but you're technically not in the public. You're in the private as the agent. The only time you're in the public is when you identify as that public piece. So you got a lot of people that's trying to get remedy on the private way, but they're putting themselves in a courtroom that doesn't acknowledge man. Always remember the hierarchy, y'all. God made man. Man and God is like one. You feel me? Because God blew breath in the man. You are God. You get what I'm saying? So man can never trump God. Government can never trump man. The corporations can never trump the government. And everybody's under the subjectification that they're operating as the legal entity. You think you're the private person, but you're identifying in court as the legal entity. So that's what I was speaking about, jurisdiction. Okay, when it comes to jurisdictions of the country, it's only 4 of them. There's law, there's equity, there's amity, and maritime. Okay, maritime is the laws that govern commerce over the waters, because 90% of commerce is traded on the water. Only 10% is on land where we get it from the ports and the trucks go to traveling and shit, right?
Yeah.
Because if you're a country, you gotta have exports and imports, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so then you have admiralty. Admiralty is basically the laws of the jurisdiction that governs military. You know what I'm saying? All branches. That's how admiralty and maritime get mixed in together. Equity, everybody can basically describe equity as fairness, equally. You know what I'm saying? So if I was to say, Saul, let's draw a contract. Bro, you gonna come to my house, you gonna clean my bathroom up, and you gonna clean my kitchen. That sound like a deal?
Yeah.
Well, then that would be a dumbass contract to enter.
Well, okay. No consideration, right?
There's no equity inside the contract for you.
Okay.
That contract.
Okay.
So what I'm asking is, would you ever enter into a contract where you get no equity?
Hell no.
No. That's for all contracts. People not understanding that the applications are turning into security agreements. Your application is just a piece of paper until you give it all the pieces that make it a security collateral. This is why Federal Reserve Section 16 is so important for everybody to adopt. Because if you read that, it tells you in no event shall such collateral security be less than the Federal Reserve notes supplied for. So anybody who out there who don't know the name for a dollar, it's a fucking Federal Reserve note. So when you reading these lawful and legal documents, they're not going to tell you everything outright, but they're telling you everything outright. You just got to be smart enough to put the pieces together. So once you see that, okay, my application with my name on it, because we're not seeing that they have the principal's name on it. And then there's this thing called money of account. Let's speak on that. Okay, so money of account is, let's say, so you open your phone and you see 60 digits in there, right? You 4 digits. I'm sorry, you see $60. You're gonna be like, damn, for all I got is $60 left in my name, right?
Mm-hmm.
But let's say tomorrow you wake up and you see 7 digits in your account with 2 commas. You're gonna be like, damn, bro, I got $1 million in my account, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what was given to you other than digits? Did you get anything with tangible property? Did you get any gold, any silver, anything for value? Or did you just get numbers?
Yeah, them numbers. Or is that equity?
So you just got numbers. That's money of account. So once we go inside of these situations, like going to get a loan, you go in there applying for $10,000. They tell you first make this application. Then they come back and they'll probably tell you if you're not qualified, why you're not qualified. And folks just be like, okay, well, I'll go somewhere else, and you leave. But you're not knowing that you're leaving the document on the table. This is why one of the first elements of contract is acceptance. Because all contracts are accepted. Because if you're denied, then don't leave your application with the people. Take the application with you. You have the right to redeem collateral. Everybody. But nobody seems to understand that, damn, we got to start asking back for the application if I'm denied. That goes back to the first thing I showed you when I jumped on here. Like, no, bro, go back to the Equal Credit Opportunity Act. It's letting you know that the statements that's on the adverse action, in this case, the adverse action is the denial letter. They're telling you why they're denying you. But it's telling you in the Equal Credit Opportunity Act that their standards and policy or whatever credit worthiness scoring system that they put you on to determine your credit worthiness is insufficient. Why the fuck keep arguing with these folks if you understanding and reading this? It's all about finding source material, bro. If we can stay diligent enough to understand what capacity we coming in, then you will understand the capacity of your remedy. You get what I'm saying? Because what's going on is you got a lot of people out here teaching private remedies. Not saying the private remedies are wrong, but it's all about the capacity that you come into it with. I enter them. Go ahead.
So by private remedy, you saying that's them trying to teach it like, on some sovereign shit, like on some, or SPC.
It could be. Now listen, this is what I meant by everybody needs to learn the difference between sovereign versus public versus private. It's three areas to look at it from. If I wanted to be sovereign, you ever seen a nature documentary?
Nature documentary. What, them animals?
Yeah, just like, with motherfuckers being like in Alaska and shit, just living off the land.
Yeah.
That's sovereignty. Basically, can't nobody tell you shit. Like, all right, you in Georgia, right?
Yeah.
Say me and you want to go fishing today. It ain't nothing physically stopping us from getting together, going through some woods, getting dirty, finding a lake, throwing a rod in the lake, catching a fish, coming back home and eating that bitch, right? There's nothing physically stopping us.
Yeah.
But if we don't have a fishing and a hunting license, can we go do what we just said we did? No, because it would be illegal, right?
Okay.
But who the fuck said? Who the fuck can tell me what God put here for me and you? How can you not tell me I can't utilize what's in front of me? We out this bitch paying for fruit. And fruit go for free. That's the con, bro. So imagine if I can get everybody in the world, well, not everybody in the world, let's say everybody in the country, to go out here and work for a bill that's already paid, let alone feel like they gotta work for some shit that they really don't have to work for. Granted, the system is in play, but if you're only operating in the system from the debtor mind state, you will never get to the remedy you're really searching for because you don't see yourself as the creditor. You don't see the money's coming out of your own account. You thinking they're giving you something. But think about it. If they didn't need the people, would Chase just bank with the people, or would they bank with Wells Fargo? Banks would bank with other banks if they didn't need the people.
Mm-hmm.
So that goes back in the comments when I was telling people, like, look, y'all, there's some shit that I'm just getting hip to. Okay, if anybody's out there claiming that you owe a debt, they're claiming that the debt is quote-unquote valid. But a debt is never valid until it's a verified debt. Well, how can I get a debt verified, bro? Ask the person who's assuming that you owe something. Send them an affidavit claiming, hey, I'm such and such. I'll pay whatever y'all want me to pay upon these conditions. What's the condition? That you swear under a penalty of perjury that I owe the money. Because think about it. If you don't put somebody to some type of standard where they can get hurt in return of what they doing, they'll just do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Yeah.
If I know there wasn't no penalty to robbing a person, I'm going to just keep robbing.
And
So
is that called a is that called a conditional acceptance? That affidavit?
Low key, yes. It is a conditional acceptance because you will accept the debt if you verify the validated debt. Verified. Mm-hmm. How do we get a verification? Get somebody to swear to it under a penalty of perjury. Meaning, whenever you get a denial letter or something like that from a bank, they talk very indirect. They'll say the bank assumes, but who drew the paper up? The bank ain't write that motherfucker up by itself. There's always a manager involved. There's always the CFO involved. So, CFO, swear under a penalty of perjury that I owe these assumed debt. Because if you cannot verify the debt, according to the Debt Collection Practices Act, now you must remove the claim because you can't verify it. My bad, I'm just over here reading the damn comment. But that's what people need to start understanding, bro. It's like, okay, when you're coming to court, if you're the one who's filing the case, all you have to do is just stand on your evidence. Your evidence is your win. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, like, bro, you already got the right aspect. I'm listening to you. It's just, I think for a second, you kind of get to the point where you go to confusing yourself a little bit. Yeah. That's why I swear to God, bro, when we get off this live, nigga, read that federal rules of procedure, bro. And as you keep reading into it, you're going to see, oh, okay, it's telling me if they do this, I have to do that. Yeah. So if I file a complaint, you must get a summons for the complaint. But you also get a waiver. You got to send that waiver back to me so we can say, okay, don't nobody owe nobody for serving this paper. But if you don't send me that waiver back, you didn't waive the fees, so now you have to pay the fees. I'm also going to charge you attorney fees or anybody that I take to court because it's all about the time, bro. You feel me? Can't nobody buy back no fucking time. So how much time did it take your attorney to do all of this shit? And you're the attorney. And then I seen somebody in the comments talking about the UCC 1 statement, right? I'm going to put this out there for everybody. I don't even know if you understood this part yet. So, okay, when's the last time you got paid?
Last time I got paid?
As an attorney for yourself. Not on no court case.
Shit, never. Or you saying...
Yeah, that's what I'm aiming at. So I'm going to drop a little piece of game to everybody who hasn't heard this. Okay. So you know that when you're dealing with these courts and anybody like that, they're only charging you, but they're not charging you. They're charging your principal. A charge is a charge. You think that a charge on a debit card is different from a charge you catch from a cop, but it's not. Mm-hmm. It's what they're charging. So these commercial bonds are made and they try to get you to plead guilty of it because you're the beneficiary to the certificate trust. But they're trying to switch the roles on you. They're trying to be the beneficiary to the trust and trying to get you to act as the trustee to give them the authority to pull from this account. AKA, I'm guilty, I'll sign whatever. It's basically like you on a field trip, but you got in trouble in school, so you going to your mama in a disguised way to sign this permission slip for you to go, even though if she knew what she was signing, she wouldn't have signed it.
Okay. Let me. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay, and I want to ask you this, and if Soul watching, I wanna see your answer also, Soul. But okay, my question. So if they trying to be the beneficiary, or they slick saying we the trustee, I guess, whatever. But why in the world? So if they gonna do it like that, if they gonna judge like that, why in the world? Why in the world can't they just take our money or take what they want and not have people locked up? Like if it's about just
people don't understand that, bro. Like all crimes are commercial. Look, if I say so, you broke the law. What law do you think I'm talking about?
I'm a assume you talking about shit the Constitution or no not.
No, because now we're talking about lawful. What I was speaking about was legal. See the difference? If we ever bring the Constitution up, that is lawful shit. Okay. If we're talking about UCC codes and statutory law, that's legal shit. Legal don't trump lawful, my nigga. Okay, let's give it like this. Let's say I say, bro, I'm selling green beans. I know you need green beans. Okay, bro, let me get 5 pounds of green beans. Well, bro, I need you to dig up this little square space for me so I can plant some more green beans. If you dig up this space for me, I give you the 5 pounds. Sound like a deal? You will say, yeah. You got your work to lose. I got my material to lose. So then we gonna draw up the contract. We draw up the contract. You dip your pen and ink. You sign. I dip my pen and ink. I sign. That's a lawful contract, not a legal one, but a lawful. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Now, when you go to these businesses or these banks, you're not dealing with the person in front of you. You're dealing with the banks. My bad. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so damn, where I left off. No, for sure. So a legal contract would be business to business. So when you go to the bank or you go to these other places, you think you're doing a lawful contract. No, my nigga, you're doing a legal business contract. You're not even in the contract. You're just the agent that's signing on behalf of the principal. Look at it like that name that's on paper is the person that's entering the contract with the dead business. So it's dead business to dead business. This is why you could do the contract, because if you couldn't, it would be an unlawful contract because the builder can't talk for itself. It can't speak for itself, but it's dealing with you. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Your contract ain't never with the person that's in front of you. It's with the person that they represent. Just like on the traffic ticket. So when you get a ticket, people not understanding, every time you go to court, these are the 3 pieces. It don't never change. There's always a plaintiff. There's always a defendant. There's always a motherfucking judge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when you get a ticket from the top, you the defendant, right?
Mm-hmm.
But who's the plaintiff?
The plaintiff would be I guess it would be an attorney that they'll bring. Or no, it'll be the police. Yeah, it'll be the officer.
Who's bringing you to court is the plaintiff.
Okay. Yeah, the plaintiff is the officer. Oh, or the judge?
No, sir. The plaintiff will be the state, wouldn't it?
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the state.
It's a ticket on the behalf of the state.
Oh, okay.
The officer is just an agent on the behalf of the state, right?
Yeah.
So it's a uniform citation coming from the uniform code. Okay, so let's say it's you versus the state. It's you the defendant, the state is the plaintiff. But who is the judge? Ain't that the state?
Yeah.
So how the fuck can the state be the judge and the plaintiff? This is what people not recognizing when they go to court, bro. Okay, now let's spice it up a little bit. If you don't go to court for a traffic ticket, what you get?
Get a warrant, locked up.
FTA type shit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now, where is the person that brought you to court? Are they in the courtroom?
Shit, I don't know. What, they don't be there? When I...
No, I'm saying it's the state that brought you to court, but who the fuck is the state?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. We got constructs and we got abstracts. See, the construct, what I mean by constructs and abstracts, okay, everybody knows what water is, right? Everybody knows what liquid water is. But the abstract is literally the word water. What we call water can change depending on where we at in the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so most people don't know that your name is also an appellate. Did I say that right? You know how you got like appellate court?
Yeah. Okay,
Just
so
appeal?
what you
Okay,
mean?
another definition for appeal is a name, bro.
Okay.
I know goddamn well you're not on here telling everybody your government, right?
Okay.
So soul would be your appellate. Meaning, I can call out whatever name I want to call with, but it's all about what you identify with. So let me give everybody this piece of game. Okay, so what's good for the goose in law is good for the gander. If they can do something under law, you can do something under law too. So didn't we already establish that your name is a legal entity?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, most people don't know that they can get their name LLC. You can get the copyright to your name because it's your name, right? They gave you all the pieces. Okay, did you know that after you copyright your name, that you can attach a user fee to it?
You can attach a what? A what to it?
A user fee.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's say for instance, right? I make a bunch of clothes. It got Mickey Mouse and shit all on it. I can do that all day long. I can wear those clothes anywhere I want to go, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but then let's say somebody from YouTube hit me up like, hey, bro, let me get some of them Mickey Mouse shirts. And then I go to selling them. Now we have an infringement. Now we have a copyright violation. Why? Because I'm committing commerce with uncopyrighted property. Well, they copyrighted it. It's not my copyrighted property. So I can get fined for that, right?
Yeah.
So let's imagine you get pulled over by a police officer or you go to court and they ask you your name. But you tell them, hey, what you're asking for is my own private property. And I attach a user fee for it. $500,000 to be exact. Whatever number you feel like is necessary.
Yeah.
It's your property. It's your number. You charge whatever you want somebody to charge for, or you charge whatever you want to charge for. But the fact is that they cannot attach that name to any binding document without your consent, because that is your own property. Did you know that you can even bill the fucking officer for $500,000 for using your own property? Because at this point, I'm telling you that I do not consent to this search. I do not consent to this contractual whatever. I don't consent. But you want to use my name against me. But my name is my property. So I'm letting you know that if you attach my name to any document without my consent, you're going to have to pay the fee.
Mm-hmm.
This is what it's all about. Learning, okay, damn, I'm in the public, but how do I live in the private? You can easily operate in the private. I can go make a name called Patrick Starr, LLC. And when I get Patrick Starr, they're going to give me a certificate of title to say I established the business. They're going to give me an EIN number, a.k.a. social. I can go get a credit card for Patrick Starr. I can go get a house for Patrick Starr. I can go get a car for Patrick Starr. But when the police pull me over, am I Patrick Starr?
Mm-mm.
That's living in the private. So, people just don't understand, bro. Like, back to going to jurisdictions and shit, right? You think you operating in a court of law. For everybody that's listening, if you ever go into a courtroom and you see an American flag with gold all around that bitch, know that it's business to business. You in a commerce court. It's not a law court. Man don't exist here. An attorney can only represent a dead entity. Tell me what's the last thing you got from the police for free, bro?
Last thing I got for free. Shit. Well, I guess.
Anybody got anything from the police for free?
Hell nah, cause them tickets I went got for free, cause they sold.
No.
I paid for them shits, or I ain't pay for them, but they took
See,
securities.
right there. A lot of people don't read case law. What about Murdoch versus Pennsylvania?
What that's about?
That, hey, you can't establish and turn a privilege, and you can't turn a liberty into a privilege and then attach a fee to it. People have the right to travel, bro. But what people don't understand is they done made the driver's license, and I got a driver's license myself. There's nothing wrong with having it, but you're not operating a commercial vehicle, and that's how the tickets are coming to. It's all about the wordplay. You feel me? They think that you're driving and operating a commercial vehicle, a motor vehicle, but you're really traveling in your private automobile. You don't have passengers, you have guests.
Yeah.
Say that again for the people out there. You're not operating or driving a commercial motor vehicle. You are transporting or traveling in your private transportation, your automobile. That's how they're coming at you. Because they're saying, hey, sir, you broke the speed limit. But people not understanding the speed limit is only talking to drivers. Taxi driver, Uber driver, truck driver, motherfuckers who are committing business. If you're not committing business, that law don't apply to me. Why? Because what is the law? I'm man. I just told you the hierarchy. God made man. Man made government. Government made corporation. So when I'm telling you that I am the man, you're not talking to the commercial entity. Those laws don't exist to me because I travel freely. I have the right to travel. And you cannot turn my right to travel into a driving privilege and try to tax me. You do get a ticket, y'all. Learn your UCC codes, bro. UCC 103.6 states that the UCC code has to be written in harmony with the Constitution. That means UCC codes don't go against the Constitution, but if you try to go into the courtroom yelling out constitutional shit, you're going to lose because you're in a maritime jurisdiction. See how the jurisdiction is switching? Okay, so what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to reserve your constitutional rights within the UCC. That's UCC 1-308 without prejudice. You're basically telling them that, hey, under the Constitution, I reserve my right to not to be compelled into any commercial agreement that I did not willfully, voluntarily, or intentionally involve myself in. You only got an ID because you wanted a job, my nigga. You didn't get an ID to operate a commercial vehicle because if you knew that's what you was doing, you probably wouldn't have got an ID.
Yeah.
But see, if I was to go into court like I'm the lawful man, I don't have to. I got the right to travel. Well, they're gonna ban your ass. But if I use their own law against them, they can't ban me. Why? Because under the UCC 103.6, it says that the UCC has to be in harmony with the Constitution. So everything that the Constitution stands for, the UCC code must stand for. But how do I reserve those constitutional rights? UCC 1-308 without prejudice. I'm reserving all my constitutional rights.
And what's the other one you said? 1-31 something?
1-103.6.
1-103.6. And you saying with this, you can't speak on your constitutional right without doing it through this way? Or what exactly did you mean with that?
Okay, so this is what's happening, right? Everybody's going to court thinking court is in their face. But you're not understanding the jurisdictions have switched. It has switched from a lawful jurisdiction to admiralty and maritime.
Okay,
How do you know that? Look at the flag in the courtroom.
Yeah.
Everybody know the flag is red, white with blue stripes and 50 stars. Where the fuck the gold come from? So once you walk in the court and you see that flag, it's letting you know, oh, this is about business. They're trying to get they're trying to attach a fee to my Social Security account, and then trying to get me to plead guilty into a jurisdiction I don't even know about. So let's say I get called into a courtroom for a traffic ticket. They're going to say, is such and such here? I stand up and I'll be like, no, but I'm the agent on behalf of the prosecutor. I'm here in pro pria persona, sue jury. I'm not representing myself pro se. I'm representing myself pro per. Pro pria persona means the actual person.
Okay.
Sue juris means in my right mind. So I'm representing myself pro pria, sue juris. Because if you say I'm representing myself pro se, you can be held under the same limitations and conditions of a licensed attorney. But an attorney is in their jurisdiction. I'm saying I'm out of your jurisdiction. Why? Because I'm in pro pria persona. I'm here under threat, duress, and coercion, and I'm here to challenge jurisdiction and subject matter jurisdiction. Personal and subject matter, my bad. Okay, well, you're charged with such and such and such and such. How do you plead? Well, Your Honor, before I put a plea into the record, I'm more likely to put a plea into the record. But first, I got a couple of questions. Okay, what is your question, sir? Is this action criminal or civil? 9 times out of 10, they're gonna say criminal action because these criminal actions come with criminal charges, right?
Yeah. Okay, and then it's
legal sense.
okay. Let me just say it. Let's say it like you the judge. Okay, so if it's criminal, what is under this is under common law or this is under admiralty maritime law. That's how.
That's the trick. That's what people don't realize. The judge can never openly admit that you're in admiralty jurisdiction. That's the gut punch. It's basically like I'm asking you a question you can't answer, but we can't continue the case until you answer the question. Because the Sixth Amendment grants me the nature and cause, the right to know the nature and cause of my charge. So for everybody that's getting their charges read to them, you're just getting the cause read for them.
And then they'll say,
well, what's the nature of the charge? What's the nature of the charge? Because you got to remember, if there's no victim, brother, you broke no law.
Okay, and what's the proper way? I guess what is the proper way to respond to them? Cause I seen them read that they'll say some shit like, "Oh, it's statutory jurisdiction, statutory," but I guess
there's no such thing as statutory jurisdiction. Because if there were, where can I go find the published civil rules of procedure? Do you have a copy of those, jobs? Because until I can see those copies of civil rules of procedure, I cannot put a proper defense together. It's like, okay, if we was playing 21 on the basketball court, right? How niggas play 21 in Miami might be different from how niggas play 21 in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know how to play until you tell me which rules apply. So are we operating under the common law or are we operating under adversary and maritime jurisdiction? Because I know we're operating under adversary and maritime jurisdiction. But see, people don't realize that by operating under adversary and maritime, you're basically saying I have an international contract in place. Like say if you did a breach of contract, you feel me? Hey, he was supposed to go deliver these goods somewhere. He did not deliver them. I can take you to court for that. But in this sense, you was just traveling. It ain't no contract in place. I was just traveling.
Yeah.
So, what folks need to see is like, all right, what's up, bro? Things that happen under the Constitution is lawful. Things that happen under the UCC are legal, but the UCC don't trump the Constitution. Hell, the government can't trump the Constitution. The Constitution is above everybody except the people. Because why? We the people made the fucking Constitution. So, going back to school, when I was telling people about the 3 branches of government, executive, legislative, judicial. If people do their history, they'll learn the federal government got their power through the legislative branch of government. This is why they get to write the laws on the money. That's all legislative government is writing laws. So if you got the Federal Reserve saying what you can do and what you can't do with money, what the fuck is the company to tell you on how much your application is worth or what you deny with? You don't govern the money.
Hey, everybody asking you how you spell it, pro se, pro per, and sujure, what it was in the right mind.
Persona, my bad. P-R-O-P-R-I-A, persona. And sui juris means S-U-I-J-U-R-I-A. Procedural persona sui juris. Because if you go and represent yourself pro se, that's why they have a prosecutor. But the prosecutor for everybody who doesn't have it, the prosecutor is nothing but the fucking plaintiff.
Okay.
The person who's bringing the case to you is always the plaintiff. That's the person who filed the complaint. The defendant is always the defendant. That's the one who's being called to court. The judge is always the judge.
All right. Okay, let's go back to when you were speaking about like just for some clarity, back when you were speaking on okay, back to when you were saying people preaching about, you know, private remedy, because I think that shit is so important, because you know everybody wanna you know, preach about what they read or what they know. So
One more time, bro. My bad. Let me try it.
okay, with the private remedy, you said that's when it's not legal law, or it's legal and lawful, right? It's two difference between legal and lawful, right?
Right.
Okay, so when it's private remedy that they be trying to preach or push on everybody, that's when it's what is that legal or lawful, or which one?
No, you can take a private remedy because, all right, you're the agent that's over the principal, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so therefore there's the person that's private and there's one person who's public.
Okay.
You handle all the business on the private side for your public piece.
I handle all the
So when
business on the private side for my public piece. Okay.
So when you are doing these, some people do the stamp, endorse, and send method. Some people like to verify and validate their debts to get them took off of their credit reports. There's all type of ways to discharge some shit. Even you spending money over the counter, sending in your Federal Reserve notes is a discharge, because House Joint Resolution 192 states that nobody can lawfully pay a debt off in America using gold and silver. But if you go to the Constitution, they deem gold and silver as the lawful money of the country. So once they took away the lawful money and only left you two more ways to discharge, because remember, the four currencies of the country is gold and silver, promissory notes, and bills of exchange. Only those four. So if we take away gold and silver, what else do we have? Promissory notes and bills of exchange.
Yeah.
So when you're trying to discharge, whatever way you're trying to discharge, that is considered a private remedy. It's up on you and your knowledge, your capacity to explore whichever one of those options you feel like you want to explore. But if you're going into these courtrooms and you see that a gold flag is hanging up, the gold hanging around the American flag, you're not in a lawful courtroom. You're in a courtroom. You're not in a court. It's the difference between a court and a courtroom.
Yeah.
And the difference is the fucking flag. So whenever you see that flag, you must be knowing, okay, we're not operating off the Constitution at this moment. We're operating off of the UCC code. This is all legality.
Okay.
Because this is how your public peace ends up coming into effect. All right. For everybody that's wondering, if you're a judge or you're an officer or anybody of court, anybody of a high official, you swear an oath to office, right? They all take an oath to office. There's only one person in the country who swears to the Constitution, and that's the president. Hold up. Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. What was it?
Oh, I ain't say nothing. I was just listening.
Okay, so damn, where was it? All right, so
You said
you gotta
yeah.
debunk the whole conspiracy theories of people. And what I mean by the conspiracy theory, you will meet all type of people who tell you, oh, I've been heard about everybody having $1 million in their social account, but it's not a conspiracy theory. You just got to be able and smart enough to connect the dots. Okay, so let's say, bro, you own the car or you own the house. You would have a deed to that house, right?
Mm-hmm.
You would have a title to that car. Okay, if your name is supposedly supposed to be this corporation, where is the certificate of the title to claim that you own that corporation? That would be your birth certificate. That's a certificate of title. Okay, where they say that it's $1 million in everybody's social account. How do you know that's true? Okay, because they gave you a number for their social account. That's the Social Security number. If you don't believe me, what type of checks do old folks get?
Social Security checks.
There we go. So we're just learning like, oh no, it's a real thing. People think that they're going to work and getting paid out of the profits. They're not paying you out of the profit, they're paying you out of the social under a closed-end credit plan. Okay, so then let's say, bruh, you are the agent over your principal. What gives you the authorization to act like that in a way? Who says that you can utilize this company and this bank account number? I got a card. What's their card? Your social security card. That's authorization.
Mm-hmm.
So I just linked all three of those pieces together. And people still, you will see so many people have these documents put up in a safe place in their house, and they don't even know how them shits align with each other.
Hey, so people originally thought, or what everybody, or why the freak is, because if you look up Social Security Act, I believe it's speaking about old people, right?
Right?
So why in the world? And that's what everybody thinks. And I ain't even know everybody thought this. I ain't know. I mean, I ain't think nothing of Social Security before I found out about all of this in September. I ain't think nothing of it. I ain't know, I didn't know nothing about it. But so looking at it, so everybody think that Social Security is something that is just for when we get old, and that's when it's like get checks.
Yeah, they're not seeing on how it applies now, because this is what I was trying to get people to understand too, right? Let's say you go into a place and you ask for an application. The application is just a blank piece of paper, right? But it's what you put on the document that makes it more than an application. An application can also be the security agreement, right? Whenever you hear this word, security, 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 if you always keep hearing security, always associate that with your social security number, account, one of the two. Because if we're not talking about police outside the door guarding the damn place like security, then we're thinking about the other security. So if you do an application with me for whatever amount of credit you asked for, then I deny it, I'm basically committing security fraud at that point.
And
I'm
this is
withholding your security.
And this is social. They mean Social Security as in being secured by insurance, right?
No, the insurance is the social security number. Look at it like this, right? There is no money. Sorry to bust everybody's bubble, but there is no fucking money. All you have to do is do your history on House Joint Resolution 192. This is how it popped off. The federal government, right? I don't even know that damn far. Just do the history on that, y'all. But let's just say, I'm for real, I can't give them everything.
Yeah.
And I heard the brother say that a lot of people is just only speaking off of what they know and what they feel. And don't get me wrong, y'all. I don't care if you just learning this shit. You only got a month of learning under your belt, a month or two. It's some people who have been learning this stuff for years. But everybody's a part of the situation. And no, you're not inclined to help out the next person if you don't want to. Hell, I don't even have to come on here and tell nobody no info about this shit either. But it's like, at some point, we got to get right with the right education too, because a lot of people are, the information stays the same, but it gets mixed up when it comes to the remedies, like the procedures to discharge. That's when everybody starts losing control, because you don't know that you could be learning something of a different remedy. You know what I'm saying? And now you feeling like, oh no, you're supposed to do it like this. No, you're supposed to do it like this.
All
You
that
can
type
do
of
it however
shit.
you want to do it.
Yeah.
But everybody, what I try to stay focused on is the shit that everybody can track with. So everybody knows if there's something that you want as an adult, what can you have as an adult that you have to apply for? Everything. So I want a credit card, gotta apply for it. I want a light bill, gotta apply for it. I want a phone service, gotta apply for it. I want a new car, gotta apply for it. I want a house loan, I gotta apply for it. Okay, what's being put on the application that's so important? Okay, people don't understand when you get the application agent, because you're walking into the business as the agent, you're putting the principal in the contract, but you're only speaking on behalf of the principal. It's like if you go into the bank, you're not drawing up the contract with the person who's pushing the application to you. They working on behalf of the bank.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got to look at yourself as the agent on behalf of your business, but it's really a contract between business and business, not business and person.
Yeah.
Okay, so as the agent, you're not, now we're being taught, but we weren't trained to see the makings of the application. Say you're going to do a loan, you weren't trained to see the value of the money of account on the piece of paper. That's the all digits that say $10,000. Let's say for everybody that you're doing a $10,000 loan, but they would have the numbers, $10,000 under the principal's name, all caps. Now, what you do to make it a real document is we stupidly sign and give the document life by giving it a signature and applying the bank account number. What's the bank account number, bro? The social security number.
Yeah.
This is why all applications ask for the social. Because if I wanted to know who you was, bro, what card would you pull out your pocket to tell me who you are?
ID or social security?
So, no, it would be your ID. So I'm just trying to show people like, okay, there is a difference between ID and social. My social security card is not my ID. If you can adopt that theory right there, then you can see the rest of the rabbit hole. Because if you understand, like, damn, my ID is not my social, so why I gotta keep giving up my social? That's because you switch transactions. There's only two types of transactions out here, y'all: cash transactions and consumer credit transactions. But it's about how do you know when you entering into one from the other. If I was selling drugs on the block all day, that'd be hand over fist. That's a cash transaction. So when you go to the store and you want a Sprite, and you pay with your Apple Pay, do you pull out $1 after that?
Nope.
So therefore, cash is never included in a consumer credit transaction. Well, bro, how do I know I'm in a consumer credit transaction? When the motherfuckers go back around the corner and run your credit, and then come back and say, "Oh, you've been denied." Ding, 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 ding. We just entered into a consumer credit transaction. Because why would I think about how much you're losing when you try to go apply for a loan, bro? You go to the bank, hey, I'm such and such, I got enough, I want to apply for a loan. Okay, do this application. You fill out the application, you extend the security back to them. This is an extension of credit. You got to start looking at the plug. You the plug, nigga. The bank is just the extension cord. That's the best way to put it.
Hey,
okay. Go ahead.
I was finna ask, so how come, like, when we get traffic tickets, or like when I bought a gun and gave them my social security, how come when we do shit like that and they steal those securities, how come we don't get an inquiry on our credit report?
You do. That's what your credit report is. Your credit report is basically telling you everybody who just accessed your social. So why would I want to get all that removed? So you're showing me proof that everybody can try. They can charge me already.
So traffic tickets show up on your credit report?
No, they won't show up on your credit report because it's a bond, a commercial bond that you already gave life to when you plead guilty to. Why would you plead guilty to some shit that you have the right to do?
So how come it don't show up?
Because it's already being publicly traded on and authorized according to the social. It don't have to show up in that manner because they're doing something on the private side now.
Okay.
I don't know all the answers to the way they do shit on the private side.
Yeah.
All I know is that, hey, when you give an application up to a company, basically what you're receiving is the perk for that security collateral. So say if you wanted some lights, right? You go to Georgia Power, you get on the application. They take the application. You're getting the lights for the security collateral because you don't know how important the security collateral is. You don't even know that the application is a security collateral. One. So now I have all these security collaterals under my belt as a company. That gives me the portfolio to be able to go and trade on the New York Stock Exchange.
Hell yeah.
So goddamn, okay, so now, like I told you, if they win using your security collateral, aren't you entitled to a piece of the pie? Yes, this is the bill they send you every month. The interest. This is why when you send your endorsed payment off, this is how you're paying the bill with the interest. The interest is the bill. Or the coupon voucher that's in credit for however much that you use. So they're saying, hey, thank you for giving us the security collateral. Here, reimburse yourself for the exact amount of usage you use for the money. It's basically like you're getting a service for free because we're using your collateral. But that's the equity of the contract. So on the flip side, when you go into court, they're basically making debts out of thin air and getting you to contest that you're guilty to the debt so you can pay the debt. Now the debt is real. Get me?
Yeah.
It was never a real violation to begin with because you got the right to travel, so I just tricked you into believing that you got to answer to a level of authority that really don't have shit to do. But since you was never taught to know what the fuck the piece of paper was that you're reading, we get scared. Oh damn, I gotta pay these folks.
Hey.
Supreme Court already done ruled on it that you cannot turn a liberty into a privilege, and that's what's happening. So You got a lot of people out here being dubbed as sovereign citizens, but that's an oxymoron, bro. You can't be both.
Yeah. I'm trying to find, where can I find something about all like equity in contracts? All contracts have equity. I'm trying to find that.
Equity is a jurisdiction, brother. You're not really going to find equity like that in the contracts, like somewhere where it's listed telling you about equity. That's why equity is so powerful. That's why Nancy was telling people, like, when you on the phone with these folks, let them know how you got your equity involved. That's the trigger word. And then I heard the other brother talk about that earlier too. Not saying he said this, but he was just speaking on the fact that, like with Becky Pocket Watcher, when he was like, how the hell does the UK even have to deal with the US relationship? Like, what do they have to do with it? People don't know that United States of America got its independence in 1776, but the United States was incorporated in London in 1786. So think about it. While we Indians and shit over here, right, and we living in America, you got motherfuckers just operating off the land. You're not going nowhere to sign in, to check in, to register. We didn't care about that. Motherfucker, if you on the land, you on the land. When white boys came over here, no disrespect to my white folks out there, but them white boys came over there and they brought legislation to the land. What is legislation? The writing of the documents, documentation. Legislative branch of government writes the laws. Executive branch of government executes the laws. The judicial branch has court cases over laws. So if it was a law that was already established and that's already in effect, but they're trying to change the law, it will go to the judicial circuit. But once again, I never said federal. So where the fuck is federal coming from? I know, I'm just asking the fuck. Because if you look on the money, who controls the money?
Federal.
There you go, my nigga. So when it comes to the money, do I give a fuck about Bank of America's policy?
Well.
Hell no, because y'all don't trump these federal laws. That's the kicker, bro. They're going to always push standard and policy on it. This is why I gave you the document to pull back up for the people. Because they need to know that, hey, your denial letter is an adverse action, but that adverse action is insufficient. The reasons that they're claiming that they're denying you are insufficient. You got to look at this shit like, if the police is law enforcement, god damn it, who's rights enforcement when you get violated? You got to be smart enough to know when it's called that shit. Because ain't nobody coming to your rescue, because I thought you was an adult. I thought you knew how to contract. If you got somebody coming to buy a 3.5 from you for $200, and you gonna tell them they can get the 3.5 cheap around the corner? They're gonna keep busting his head, right?
Yeah.
So if I go to anybody trying to make a contract, why do they have to educate me on how to contract?
Yeah.
But that's all I got for the people, dog.
I'm gonna get you back on this bitch for real.
Man, bro, you got my number, dog.
Shit. Hold on. Let's see what these comments saying.
And once again, y'all, I'm just a young nigga who reads more than a nigga. You ain't got to be no scholar to learn this shit. Real and
shit.
Let me put this out to the people. Everybody needs to understand the difference between attorneys and lawyers. Do you know the difference?
I don't. No, what's the difference?
After everybody listen up. Okay, an attorney can only represent a dead corporation. This is why when you go to jail, do you have an attorney? Or can we appoint you one? What the fuck, y'all ever gave me something for free? Rap? Oh, the truck too, yeah, but yeah, that's why I got door 10 popped up. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But an attorney can only represent a dead corporation. This is why the police try to give people attorneys. Because what happens when a nigga go to court? They say it's such and such here. That person steps up and say, yes, that's me. State your name and zip code. I'm such and such. Zip code 12345. Okay, step back. Then your attorney goes to speaking for you. Why? Because you think the attorney is there to represent you, but what if he's there to represent you? Same word. Because you're a dead entity. You can't speak for yourself. Okay, what's a lawyer then? A lawyer is an attorney at law. Attorney at law. You have attorneys, and then you got attorneys at law. What an attorney at law can do that an attorney can't do is represent a man. He passed the bar. What is the bar? The bar is that little piece of wood when you sit in court that separates the well from the people. You know where the people sit, and then you got the people on the floor having court. It's like a little divider.
Yeah.
That's the bar. You're not supposed to cross that bar unless you're a licensed attorney. Because if not, you can drown. Now, a lot of people drown and dead already.
You say if you cross that bar, you can drown.
Yeah, you in the well of the court. You need an attorney to come bail you out. This ain't my word. This is their lingo. This is legalese for all people.
Yeah, I was about to question that. I was seeing if you was saying that intentionally, because I know about, like, when they be talking about, like, you jump ship once you leave the court. So you saying drown, you know, that go back to all that, like, the ship water talk.
No, it goes back to like this, okay? Let's say money is like water, right?
Yeah.
Remember, admiralty, maritime law is the law that governs commerce on the international waters. This is why they claim, hey, you are a vessel of the United States, your mothership birthed you at the dock, the doctor. You know what I'm saying? All of this shit is water-based. Okay, so now let's say money is like water. Money comes in and out your hands like the tide, right? It comes in and it goes out. It goes in and it comes out. Right? Okay, doesn't currency flow like the water? Okay, what controls the flow of currency? A river bank controls the flow of currency. It comes through your hands like water, in and out. Don't you have some people drowning in debt? All of this shit is dealing with commerce, business, maritime. That's all this shit is. So, damn, I done lost my fucking train of thought. It's in real time, y'all. Damn, they're high. What the fuck was I saying?
You were just saying about the maritime admiralty, or the maritime, like the water talk, how it's all drowning in debt. Like, just the whole, it's all dealing with water, commerce.
Okay. I feel like I'm the topic for that. What's up, man? So, they are operating under admiralty. This is the only way they can do business with you. Because if you were the man, they couldn't do no business with you. But since you have the business piece, it's legal. Not lawful, but legal. So anytime you hear somebody say statutory laws, statutory, they're talking about the UCC, Uniform Commercial Code. This is why you get a uniform citation with uniform codes on it. OCGA, any of that shit. Training? Yeah, I'm loading up. Man, fuck that, y'all.
Hey, you got people that do this? You got people that you...
No, I'm studying by myself, bro. I just read and I comprehend.
So you don't got, like, all right, so tell me your experience, or, like, what you told, I'm assuming you told every damn body, like, what?
Hell no, bro, because the problem is when you start learning a lot of stuff, bro, you really waking people up that don't want to be woke up. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine you telling somebody that everything they've been doing for the last 20, 30, 40 years has been wrong. You've been looking at it wrong. It's hard for somebody to adopt. Not only that, it's not your place to tell everybody, bro. Like, I'm only just speaking this in general because the information I'm speaking on is facts. But you got some people, bro, who don't deserve to know this information out there. You feel me? Because they're not going to read for themselves. They're not going to put any due diligence in it. Like, I'm pretty sure anybody who's been listening to me ain't really disagreeing with me, John, because I know what I read. Hey, I came on this live today sharing information. All I'm telling people is focus and channel the information that you learn. But some shit is history, which is going to be vital to knowing what's going on. And some shit is procedure, which is going to be vital to knowing what's going on. But that don't mean you always mix the two. So basically what I'll tell people is, learn consumer law, which is credit, learn contract law. Consumer law, contract law. Then on the other end of that, learn the difference between sovereignty, public, and private. Because if you really see the scope, you will see that, oh, I'm not the taxpayer. I'm not the U.S. citizen.
Yeah, I'm on the phone real quick.
The US citizen.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna get up with you.
I'm not. You're not a U.S. citizen. You're an American citizen. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But everybody's operating as a U.S. citizen. But the U.S. is some bullshit. The U.S. of A is what you really want. So going back to that, do anybody know the difference between a Democrat and a Democrat and the Republican Party?
Not me, shit.
I'm just giving you a quick example and I'm gonna get out. Okay, let's say I'm with 500 people in this, you by yourself, and I'm like, hey y'all, let's go jump off the cliff. Everybody like, yeah. You like, shit, fuck no, that's stupid. I'm not gonna go do that. Why would I do that? I'm going home. And we like, well, shit, bro, don't want to jump, so shit, fuck, he can go home. We all gonna jump, and we go jump. That's a Republican government, right? Because you make your own choices, you live your own life, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then let's flip it on the other side. Hey y'all, let's all jump off the boat. Let's all jump off the cliff. Bro, like, no, shit, that's stupid. I'm not doing that. I'm going home. But then I'm like, well, bro, it's 500 to 1. Everybody say that you gotta jump because we all jumping, so you gotta go with us. Majority rules. That's a democratic government. So if everybody say, hey, can't nobody use the word retarded no more, and you come out talking about how people retarded, and then you get canceled if they're not a democratic government.
Oh, okay.
When you say, what's the Pledge of Allegiance, bro?
Shit, Pledge of Allegiance. I don't even know that.
The United States of America.
Pledge allegiance
to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. That's my 90-day example. But it didn't say the Democrat, it said to the republic.
Okay.
But man, yeah, I'm done, y'all. Y'all chop it up. I'll look at the comments, all that good shit.
Yeah.
I want to tell y'all to keep reading, bro. Keep reading.
For sure. I'm going to get you back on this bit, bro.
What's up, bro?
Alright, bro. I appreciate that shit. Alright, we going to get up. Alright, bro. I hope these fucking lives, these comments stay up, bro. I had went to Mental Live on YouTube, and the comments weren't there, bro. So I was like, what the fuck? Because I want to read what the hell y'all saying. I want to learn some shit through the comments and just know. But, okay, well, hey, look, bro. And I told myself, like, because I ain't no fucking teacher, you know. Just because this is my fucking account, this my YouTube, that don't mean no shit. Because my ass don't got remedy. And, you know, I was doing this shit for myself, but I can't lie, bro. It do feel good, like, with Miss Perfect. Like, just giving her, like, a little help and shit. like the women, especially, like, helping the women or just helping somebody. Anybody, bro, just helping anybody with this shit. Or them getting help, not me helping. Like, them getting help from, you know, us all getting help. Just listening and shit, cause, you know, trying to help people one-on-one, I guess that shit could be overwhelming, and I definitely don't do this shit for that, cause, you know, we all gotta help ourselves, but, you know, when we can help each other, but that shit is nice, and it do feel good, like, it do feel good helping the people that do help themselves, so, I can't lie, that shit do feel good, so, I guess now y'all got me like slick wanting to do this shit even more again, you know, so, bro, I'm gonna go live again, and I slick had went live just to make myself, like, do this shit, cause it kind of made me be like, okay, now I gotta read, or now I gotta study, cause people was watching this shit, or it's just like more, people involved, so, yeah, cause sometimes I be feeling like, bro, I'm too lazy to read, sometimes. I just read a little bit, but hey, yo, bro, I'm gonna do this shit again. Bro. I'm scared to end this live because I hope these comments don't delete, bro. I hope these comments don't delete, bruh. But yeah, bruh. Damn, bro, I'm scared to end this bitch. I'm scared to end this bitch. I'm scared. I'm just trying to see if there's any options on this bitch somewhere, bro. I'm in OBS, so I ain't even going live from the normal YouTube app. So even if it did give me an option, I can't even see it. But alright, bro. Alright, bro. Just, bro, you gotta get on the thigh next time, bro. You said you want to hop on. So hell yeah. Alright, bro, we out this bit. How I end this shit.